Revival is redefining fitness.
Your days, backyard barbecues, evenings on the patio. You want to enjoy everything about the summer except the heat that somehow always finds its way into your house. Right now, buy 4 windows, you'll get 4 free. Plus, you'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free, 48 months interest free. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
This is Wisconsin basketball head coach Greg Gard. This is 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD2, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Our very first guest in the history of Wilde and Tausch, which will be, I'm sure, a long and distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
As we put it on our tweet for the live streaming video, Jordan Love snubbed edition. We'll get to that coming up. As the Brewers stumble into the All-Star break, is Jesse having a conversation about having a conversation while he's up north or over east in Crivets edition. And I got reminded again over the weekend how many of you wonderful people are out there who listen to this show every single day. And while we're making a big deal about our 10th anniversary, which makes me a little uncomfortable, does not make me uncomfortable to say we really appreciate how many of you are dedicated to what we do here every day, even though it sometimes is just nonsense edition of Wilde and Tausch. On 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaverdam. ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson back from up north in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And so is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right this morning. How are you boys doing?
I'm great. Jesse, how are you?
Jason, do you have our group text muted?
No. Why would I?
You go a long time without responding to us sometimes in our group text when we're trying to communicate stuff, and I've wondered for a while
if it's too early in the show for this.
I've wondered if you have
too
us
early in the
muted
show for this. Let's wait till
No, it's okay.
No. Jesse, how was up north this weekend? Anything? So are you vacationed out? Because I have to say, when you told me, listen, man, we all have vacation coming up, very well deserved. Got a football season coming. Your vacation plans make no sense to me. You go up for 5 days, and then you have to take a vacation from your vacation, and then you go back a day later for your vacation, and then you come back. Can you help me understand how your mindset was on this?
So the 4th of July week.
Because let's say I'm just, before you get, let's say we're going to go to Germany. I'm going to go on a vacation to Germany. I'm going to fly to Germany. And then I'm going to get there, and after 3 days, I'm then going to say, I need to come back, and then I'm going to take another vacation back to Germany.
He didn't go all the way to Germany, though. He went to Crivets.
It's all germane to the mindset of vacation.
It's completely different.
But it is different. I'm not arguing that it's not different, but it's the same mindset.
It's not.
But it is.
No, when you're going to, like, okay, so we went to Boston and the Northeast a month and a half ago or so, whatever that ended up being. That was a full week where we went out there. We had several different stops. I had a flight to and from. Like, that's a full week commitment of a trip and a vacation time off.
And And just for the record, though, if you had a direct flight to Boston, 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Continue.
Going up north to Crivets.
How long of a drive? 2-3 hours.
Little,
right?
just under 3 hours from
about
Sun
3
Prairie.
hours. Okay.
Yep, just under 3.
Okay. Yep.
When you go up north for 4th of July week, it's a place that we go regularly. We go throughout the year. It's not special to only go up on 4th of July
8 to
week.
10 times a year.
Yeah, we
like
make
that.
a handful of drives up there and spend time. And we
Sure.
have for the better part of a decade that Beck and I have been together. The 4th of July week is always a little bit different. It's the Super Bowl week of up north.
More so than Labor Day or Memorial Day.
Yes,
Okay.
everybody's out on the lake. You have extra guests who are staying at your cabin. You have all the other cabins are full, and the hotels are full, and the little inns and things. And so there's a lot more congestion, a lot more people. It's just a different experience than when you just take a weekend in August or in early June and go up there. Or, of course, obviously in the winter, but that's a different experience entirely.
Sure. Meat raffles, etc.
So for me, when we go up north, our typical day is a lot of time out on the water, out on the lake, and then you have like one big meal in the evening. Sometimes we'll play games, we'll have a fire, we'll kind of hang out, do whatever we do, but it's a lot of time in the sun, it's a lot of time in the water, it's a lot of time relaxing and lounging around.
Yeah, nice relaxing weekend.
It's fantastic, and I can do that for about 4 or 5 days, I've learned about myself. I can't do that type of vacation for 10 consecutive days.
It's like Las Vegas.
So what I do, and Becca and her friends are great at doing, they do 10 straight days. Her parents are up there 10 straight days. Her family members 10 straight days. I went up for the first half. We stayed for 5. I came home. I worked for 2 more. Did some stuff around our house. You heard all about my trip to the dump last week.
Yeah, we love the dump.
And then I went back up and enjoyed another 3-night 4-day weekend up there, and that was the conclusion of my time.
Okay, I just think it's crazy that you do that driving, and then you come back to work for a day, and then you literally turn around and go back. You were back here for about 24 hours.
I came back for 2 days, and
a day and a half.
In fairness, I did originally intend to come back for 3 days and go back up Friday afternoon, and I ended up taking an extra day and making a little more of it.
I just what I can't comprehend is you go up there now. If you were going to go back and you had things you had to do, I get it. You didn't. Let's be honest, you didn't, and you did it. So you do what you want to do, and you're going to, and you should. But I'm going to critique because that's what I do. I analyze. I think it's goofy.
I think it's nice to come back and take care of some of the household responsibilities that I have, mowing the lawn and cleaning up some things.
Taking stuff to the dump.
This time around, I did not bring the dog home with me, but it's usually nice to bring the dog home, give him a break from running around and getting hot outside and everything that he does.
So you needed
up
a
north.
Vacation from your vacation.
A
is
little
what you
bit,
basically did.
And that's the way that I've done it, going up north for 5 or 6 years
I'm going
now.
to talk to Sarah because we got a big trip coming up. I think what I'm going to, because I get a little antsy too. I think what I'm going to do is we got a long flight. And then I'm going to say, you know what, I'm just going to fly back home for a day, and then I'm going to come back. Okay, because it's you understand why I feel like that's crazy.
I don't think those are the same things.
They're
driving
not the same,
to
but they're the
Crivets
same, but it's the same
versus
mindset.
Flying wherever you're going. It is not the same.
I just disagree fundamentally with you both, and that's okay.
When we go to an all-inclusive in Mexico, or if we go to a big
you
destination.
just went to Boston.
Right.
You didn't come back in between.
It's a different experience entirely. Up north can be a little overwhelming, I think, for some when it's the Super Bowl of up north weeks. And
Stop saying the Super Bowl.
It is. You have 10 to 15 people up there at a given time. There's not a lot of personal space. I don't know if you know this about me.
That the
I was an
point
only
of going
child
up north
growing
is
up,
to
and I
not
like
have
my
personal space?
I like having some alone time, and you don't get a lot of that when you go up there, as opposed to Becca, who was one of 4 siblings. They were never alone growing up, so they're used to that kind of thing. I'm not. So I like having a little bit of space and a little time to get away and take that experience for myself. It's relaxing
I'm never going to
pivot.
agree with you on this. It's great that you do that. I think it's crazy, but you do you. I'm good. I don't get it. I can't get my head wrapped around that.
I'm not sure what else you'd like to discuss after that.
Go into
Like,
Jordan
you can't,
Love. Yeah, I think
why
it's
did you even
crazy.
bring it up? You don't even care for my explanation. You
No,
just want
I-
to tell
I
me that you
understand.
don't like what I,
I
do
don't
for my
like it,
vacation.
yeah. I'm not going to tell you how to
exactly
feel.
what he wants to
I
do.
don't like that you're taking off for the start of Packers training camp and the ESPN
Oh, the
Madison
Packers-
Open and all this big window of time where you're going to be gone. We're going to miss you. I don't like that Jason's
It's
going to
actually
be gone when
perfect
he's
time
gone.
because you guys can get into the mundane. Like Jason loves getting into those mundane training camp details. I don't. I think it's actually the perfect time to go.
Mundane training camp
Yes.
details.
The opening day of training camp.
Well, in
mundane details.
fairness to me and my vacation plans, training camp never starts this late. Training camp is always 24, 25 of July. I don't know. That part's still crazy to me. We're not in the Bishop's Chariot or the Hall of Fame game. So I'm confused on why the Packers are starting later, but it is what it is.
Well, I think it's because the season starts later. The Packers open on September 13th.
Possible.
I think it's related to the timing of Labor Day.
Late Labor Day this year. That's what I was told.
I haven't checked that far in advance. Anyway.
The latest Labor Day, if I recall correctly.
Latest possible Labor Day,
The 7th.
late as it possibly can be. So I think that's why. The Packers aren't the only ones starting late. I know Big Mike and the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers, who skipped the American Century Celebrity Championship in Tahoe to instead spend time with his teammates out on like a ranch of some sort or something, riding horses. They start on the 28th. So, yeah, I think this is pretty – if you're not in the Hall of Fame game, I think that's pretty standard in terms of how teams are starting training camp. A few that have new coaches will start a little bit earlier. The Packers, again, a little more than 2 weeks away from opening camp. Their first practice is on July 29th. Unlike the olden days when Tausch played and you had double days right away in pads, they will be in the ramp-up period. So it'll look a lot like the OTAs that we didn't garner a whole lot of information from during the offseason. All right, I did want to share this and thank everybody that has been supportive of the show because this was unexpected. As you know, we moved offices at Lambeau Field, and they have initiated a number of rules, presumably because of me, with knickknacks and hanging things on the walls, etc. So I had this lovely panoramic photo of Super Bowl 31. First things at our new offices. So I, along with my hangers, I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, and the guy who bought it, I'm going to call him Big Sky Dwayne because he's a retired college basketball official in the Big Sky Conference who moved back to Green Bay from Arizona to help his parents as they got a little bit older. Purchased it and said that he listens to us every day. I met his wife. We met at Lambeau so I could deliver it. And Tausch, I know that you're out there more than me. I'm in my basement all the time. But every time I come across people and they talk about how much the show means to them and how much they appreciate it, I just wanted to take a moment when we're not giving Jesse a hard time about his vacation schedule to say how thankful we are that people care this much, because he could not have been more excited to talk about our show and talk about how great it's been. He listened to it in Arizona when he lived there. And again, I'm not a huge proponent of celebrating. I just think we keep doing a good job, and I'm just lucky to do this every day with Tausch and with Jesse. But when you hear people and how much this show means to them, it does feel like we'd get to do something pretty cool and something that at least some people find important. So thank you to Dwayne. Enjoy that framed print. And
How much you sell
thank
it
you
for?
to everybody.
How much
$50.
And you probably got it free, right?
No, I bought it
Oh, you
after I
did?
covered the Super Bowl. Yeah, because it was like the first Super Bowl I covered. I had it hanging in
you
my.
were a fan back then.
No, I was a fan that I got to cover a Super Bowl in my first year covering the Packers.
Yeah.
It was a really cool, I had one too of the. I think I might still have it of Camp Randall, the old Camp Randall before they renovated it. Like, I just thought those prints were really cool. And so now I got nowhere to put them. Cool. Tausch, speaking of cool, you're going to want to keep your house cool because it's going to be like 150 degrees. You better have Pella windows to keep the cool in and the hot out.
Amen to that. Shopping for new windows and doors should be simple. You shouldn't have to sit there and just battle and haggle. Pella doesn't do that. They stick to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, and helping homeowners find the right fit for their home, and they don't use all those high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors, they also sell them, install them, and they'll service them. Real pricing with premium quality without any of the games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today, PellaWI.com.
Was Jordan Love snubbed? We've already got some Bears fans in the YouTube comments who are geared up for the crying from Packers guys. Not sure you're going to get that. But what you will get is a discussion about this, because I'm not sure what to make of Jeremy Fowler's quarterback rankings from NFL executives and coaches. We'll dive into that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Calling all middle school volleyball players, ESPN Wisconsin and the Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball team are hosting a free volleyball clinic on Tuesday, July 21st at Vincent High School. Learn from one of the nation's top programs, sharpen your skills, and have some fun on the court. Plus, every participant will have a chance to win tickets to the AVCA First Serve volleyball event at Pfizer Forum this August. Space is limited, so don't wait. Register today at uwvolleyballclinic.com. That's uwvolleyballclinic.com. Presented by UW Credit Union and Visit Milwaukee.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. From the pitch to the pour, Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy Michelob Ultra while watching FIFA World Cup 26 at Zocalo Milwaukee, Social House Menominee Falls, Nomad World Pub Milwaukee, and Three Lions Shorewood. Michelob Ultra, enjoy responsibly. 2026 Anheuser-Busch, Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Food Store to score the freshest produce, tastiest treats, and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 46 to 48 ounce selected varieties, Blue Bunny frozen dairy dessert, 2 for $7, 24 ounce essential everyday ketchup, 4 for $5, fresh 80% lean ground beef, $4.99 a pound, fresh sweet red cherries, $3.99 a pound.
It's a long fly ball.
What?
Safe.
Every time I scan, what is happening?
A leaping grab at the wall.
Okay, fine, I'll play. Get a load of this watermelon. And here's the pitch.
Please wait for assistance.
Win Century Foods Ultimate Fan Experiences at Milwaukee baseball games. Throw out the first pitch, hold the ribbon for the Johnsonville famous sausage race, or watch batting practice from the field.
Ooh, what do I do?
Complete the entry form in Century's weekly ad and return to the store.
Oh, no, what happened here?
Oh, self-checkout couldn't handle my heater. Here, I filled out my entry form. Gotta go. Have a great day.
I'll go get the mop.
Enter by August 5th.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The same type results and keep waiting and waiting and waiting. To me, why wait?
Follow along on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Milwaukee YouTube channels because Jeremy Fowler, by the way, I really like your title for this segment, Jesse. Is that an Edgar Allan Poe reference? Is that what that is? What is it?
I don't know. I'm not good at literary
Something
stuff.
most foul.
The rankings most fouler.
Yes, the rankings have reached the quarterback position at ESPN.com, and again, the methodology here is Jeremy Fowler talks to a number of NFL head coaches, general managers, executives, assistant coaches, has them rank players, and then he compiles that data and unveils by each position. Tucker Kraft, I think, was, 6th on the tight end list, which I found surprising, and not making the top 10 on this list based on NFL people, not based on other people's opinions, but people that work in the National Football League. Not only did Jordan Love not make the top 10, he snuck into the honorable mentions along with Sam Darnold and Jaden Daniels, and then followed by Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, and Trevor Lawrence. And Jalen Hurts was the last one to make the honorable mention section. Tausch, it's not like Caleb Williams is number 1. He is number 10. But I do feel like this is, as the kids would say, rage bait for Packers fans.
It's definitely going to irritate Packer fans, and I'm sure, and Bear fans love when things irritate the Packer fans, because I think for a while we've been above it. And this last season and postseason have put it where that's no longer the case. We're now in it. And that's one of the things I've been kind of thinking and wondering how the Packers are going to, the Packers brass, whether it's LaFleur or Jordan Love or any of their captains/leaders, how you handle this, because I don't know who tweeted this, but I saw this morning when I was looking at different ideas. And one of the things that someone had put in is everybody in the division, the Vikings, Lions, Bears, it's always about beating the Packers. And the Packers, it's always been about winning a Super Bowl. And I'm good with that. I think that's a fairly accurate assessment of the last 25 or 30 years. But you have to adapt and kind of see how things are going. And I keep coming back to the fact we have not won the division in an Olympiad. And now to sit here and act as if, just because it's the way it's been is the way it's going to be, that's just not the reality. And now Bear fans are feeling themselves. That's great. It's going to make for a fun, rivalry-filled season. How you look at the quarterback position, the Bears finally feel like they have their guy, and they should feel good. They have a quarterback that I think has a lot of talent. He is by no means a finished product. And I think who did we have on last week? Matt Hasselbeck was talking about it. And I really thought his points were he knows the game. He studies it, and he was a heck of an NFL quarterback. And everybody that plays in the NFL and does this knows. And by the way, he also said Ben Johnson knows, and so does Caleb. Caleb can be sensitive to it, and I heard on his pod, or he did a podcast with somebody, and he was kind of, in essence, saying, well, I throw the ball away, I do this, and that stuff, okay. But everybody knows you can't win in this league. And I said this about Jordan Love his first season.
You did.
You can't play at quarterback and be consistently good to great if your completion percentage is in the mid-50s. This isn't the 1980s.
No.
John Elway could do that because it was a different era, different game. There's too much is riding on it. You have to get that percentage up. And until I see, and I think Caleb will, but until he does, if Jordan Love was still stuck in that same, what was his completion percentage last year, Jason?
66.3%, a career best.
That's where you need to be, and he continued to get better. He wasn't, his first year, I think he was hovering below 60, and I said the same.
For much of the season. Ended up at 62.
I said, you know what? That needs to get better. He has gotten it better. And you think, I thought the quote Matt said on Friday about making your layups and hitting your free throws. Everybody loves home runs. I like a clutch 2-out hit with runners on second and third. Give me a good piece of base hit, that's what I'm looking for. That's the quarterback spot. Everybody that's evaluating a quarterback, I always will say, yeah, that's great. He can make these throws. He can do this. 3rd and 6 with the money on the table. You know there's a blitz. You know something's up. Can you stay in the pocket and make the throw? Can you put it accurately? Can you make – those are the difference-making plays. Caleb has shown he can do that. That's why you should be excited. But he's also shown – and the last thing on Haas, because I thought his appearance was awesome, the last thing is you also put yourself in that spot because you don't make those throws early.
That was the best point he made, I thought.
All of these things, you want to be consistent. You can't be cardiac, but you can't do that every week. It's too draining. You can pick moments to do that. If that's what you live by, you're going to die. And I think that's what the Bears are trying to figure out.
Look, no one is suggesting here that completion percentage is the best indicator of playing at a high level, right? There's, like you said, and like Haas said, you make your layups, you scheme guys open, you make that 7-yard pass on a crosser that you got to get the ball out of your hand and throw it accurately. And Caleb Williams deserves all kinds of credit for his clutch moments. Cardiac Caleb was great in a lot of games for them. He also gets credit for, he went from taking 68 sacks in 2024 to taking 24 sacks last season. So do I think some of his 58.1% completion percentage was because he threw the ball away more frequently? Yeah, sure. Do I think that's the only reason that he's sub 60%? No, of course not. I am curious, and I want to get into how these quarterbacks are ranked, because this goes beyond how you view Caleb Williams vis-a-vis Jordan Love. To me, I just find myself with like Mina Kimes on one shoulder talking constantly about how great Jordan Love is, and then stuff like this where, look, he talks to a ton of NFL coaches and executives, and their opinion on Jordan Love is that, yeah, he's good. but not anything to the point of being great. They've got players that I'm not even sure I would agree should be ahead of him on this list, which we'll get into. But
I feel like this is tailor-made for a yerp or nerp. Would you rather this season start with blank over Jordan?
We can do that. We'll play that next.
I retired yerp or nerp a long time ago.
I was hanging around a lot of kids this weekend. I think
Tausch retired it. I said we needed to give it a second chance because we executed it poorly. The one time we tried
that numbers game was still one of the best, and we'd execute. That was really good.
What number was Eli Manning again, Jesse? All right, we'll do that. I guess my question that I would love for both Bears and Packers fans.
Do we agree that Caleb Williams has a higher ceiling than Jordan Love?
Yeah, was that you that said that?
Maybe.
Because I remember, or maybe it was the Domofsky clip we played.
Yeah.
I agreed.
Yeah, I do think he does. But I also think that right now, Jordan Love is ahead of him. It doesn't mean he's going to stay ahead of him. It doesn't mean that I think that it's a no-brainer that you pick Jordan Love over Caleb Williams for the next 5 years.
Would Kyle Shanahan right now, because their contracts are eerily similar, would Kyle Shanahan say, I want Jordan? You're having beers with him or coffees or whatever. Would Kyle Shanahan say, give me Jordan Love?
Probably, but I don't think it's the way it was when he was tampering with Aaron Rodgers. Like, I think he probably sees his guy and Jordan Love as essentially 6 and 1, half dozen the other kind of a thing. Like, he might say slightly, but he'd also have a bias for his guy. And I think that's probably the case with a number of quarterbacks we'll do our little yerp or nerp on that are on this list. We will do that coming up after Tausch tells us about Annex Wealth Management.
Well, life events, they come all the time. Sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, paying for college, weddings, all of trips up north. Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with all of these life events, but planning for them can make all the difference in the world. Knowing what you own, why you own it, how much you're paying for it, it's a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when those big life events come up. Head over to annexwealth.com and click that little Get Started button. It'll get you moving on getting your plan in place for those major life events that are coming.
So we were scheduled to play Take It to the Bank, presented by Associated Bank. Instead, we'll play Yerp or Nerp, and you should say Yerp to making the switch to Associated Bank. We'll do that next. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
From large manufacturer to local pizza shop and every business in between, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions. Whatever you're building, you've got this. And Summit Credit Union's got you.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox at the Bud Pavilion this Wednesday at State Fair Park. This week, don't miss Generation Z as they deliver an incredible live concert experience. Enjoy live music starting at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Generation Z.
One great day of golf can change lives. Join us Monday, August 31st for the Salvation Army Milwaukee County's Swing for the Kettle Golf Invitational at Oakwood Park Golf Course in Franklin.
Your participation directly supports food, shelter, and life-changing programs for children and families throughout our community.
We'll be broadcasting live from the course, but the day is really about you, getting golfers and sponsors together to make a difference.
Foursomes, individual golfers, and sponsors are all welcome. Reserve your spot today at samilwaukee.org. That's samilwaukee.org.
Milwaukee Weight Loss knows the secret to losing up to a pound of fat every day with no drugs or surgery, and they'll show you how to keep it off for good. Get your confidence and your health back. Right now, $200 off the summer special for limited time only. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com now to book your free consultation. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Experience, knowledge, and results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Do you worry about how much someone drinks?
Do you feel neglected or unloved? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you are not alone.
Al-Anon and Alateen can help. Call 1-866-200-0223 or visit alanon.org/help.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
As Jim Rutledge likes to say, I am thrilled to bring back what I thought was a game that got short shrifted in its original form. But now, thanks to Jeremy Fowler and Eleanor Tauscher, we present another round.
Quick question. How many will all three of us agree on?
5.
Okay, I'm going to say...
I'm going to go 5.
So there are...
I think we're going to agree on 8, but some of them we're going to say Yerp, some of them we're going to say Nerp. But I think
How many are we doing, 10?
We're going to do all 10. I think we're going to agree on a lot of them.
So there's 10, but there's also 7 that got honorable mention, which I was going to start with.
Yeah, I'm actually more curious about the non-top 10s.
Right. Right, exactly.
All right.
Time
I'm going to
now.
set this number at, so there's 14 other quarterbacks. I'm going to set the number at 6.5. 6.5.
Okay. By the way, the 3 that also received votes but did not make the honorable mention or the top 10, Bo Nix, Daniel Jones, and C.J. Stroud. Remember when C.J. Stroud was? Would you rather have Jordan Love or C.J. Stroud
or Aaron Rodgers?
Time now, presented by Associated Bank for Yerp or Nerp.
What?
I was hoping it would be like
I got in early here to make this music just for this game. I had a feeling
I
this
wanted
was
the
coming
numbers
today.
game music. All right. Let's start with the honorable mentions. Working from the bottom up to the top. Jalen Hurts, Yerp or Nerp?
So Yerp is I'll take Jordan Love.
Correct.
No, I'm taking Jordan Love, Yerp, over Jalen Hurts all day, every day.
The question, so we understand the phrasing, would you take Jordan Love over this quarterback? Yerp or Nerp?
So then this would be Nerp, right?
Would you take Jordan Love over this quarterback?
So Yerp is I want Jordan Love.
Okay,
Yerp is give me Mahomes.
Yerp for me.
Nerp.
You want Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls. He's won one. He was the best player in both Super Bowls he's been in. They've been a better contender and a better playoff clutch performer than the Packers have under Jordan Love. I'll take Jalen Hurts.
Okay. He is coming off a less than stellar season. He has a new offensive coordinator. ESPN did a great job of detailing the dysfunction in their offense a year ago, but I'm going to go Nerp. I think I would take Jalen Hurts because of all the reasons Jesse said. All right, next, Trevor Lawrence of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Would you take Jordan Love over Trevor Lawrence?
Oh. Yerp.
Was it
It's a tough one. Trevor Lawrence had a really good season. He was coached well. Their team had a really good season. I still think Jordan has shown more growth, but boy, last year Trevor came on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably one of the tougher ones. I think this is one. I'm not going to argue either way on it, but Jordan's growth last year was big for me. That's why I'm going to go Yerpy.
Yeah. So you would. It was much closer on this call for you than it was for Jalen Hurts.
Yes,
is what I'm hearing.
Yes.
See, for
I
me,
am not a Jalen Hurts believer. So you guys can be. I think if he's running and doing all the things that he did in those Super Bowls, that's great. If he believes that he wants to be a drop back pocket guy for his career, I just don't think that's going to end well. They need the running game. There's a lot of pieces that need to be in place for Jalen Hurts to be the guy. And when he has not had that, he has struggled.
Jalen Hurts last year, 25 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, a passer rating of 98.5, completed 64.8% of his passes.
If the Eagles had to give him the big boy extension for next season, are they doing it?
I think he's in a critical, pivotal season.
He's in a very similar situation to Jordan Love
is. Yeah. I'm going to go Yerp on the Trevor Lawrence one, but I think Duval did a good job with him as well. So I think that's close, but I think...
Oh, are we going to get our first one on the board, Jelly Belly?
I want Jordan Love over Trevor Lawrence.
All right,
so
there's one.
Yep.
All right. Next, we'll do the honorable mentions, and then we'll break, and then we'll do the actual top 10, because that's where I think it's also going to get
Trevor
interesting.
Lawrence is in the honorable mentions.
He is. We're still in the honorable mentions, and we will be for a while. Next up, Baker Mayfield of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Nah. Yerp. Baker's a nice player. Done a great job in Tampa. They don't even want to pay him $35 or $40 million. Yep. Not even. This one, size matters. Physical tools matter. He is a gritty, competitive, and I would like to have him as a quarterback on my team. Don't get me wrong, but the future is a lot brighter with Jordan Love, and I think that's just a reality for Baker Mayfield.
All right. I agree again. Yerp. Jesse?
Yerp.
Okay, that's 2. Next up.
We need to set that number at 8.5.
Mean what I said from the jump?
Yeah, that's on me.
Brock Purdy.
Closer than it probably should be, in my opinion. I think Brock Purdy, he's continuing to, I think, be maligned, I guess is the word I'm looking for, because of the
Seventh-round picks.
Because of the Kyle Shanahan. Oh, they have so much talent. They got the left tackle, and they got Deeb, and they had all this stuff. Well, they don't anymore. McCaffrey and Kittle was out, and I thought last year was huge for him. In the past, I would completely poo-poo anyone that was trying to say, I'd take Purdy over Jordan Love. I would put Purdy in that same mix with Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Love. I think it's a fair question to have, whereas in the past, I would not. So I'm going to yerp it, but it's a minimal yerpage.
Yeah. I'm going to yerp it too, but I think much like, in my opinion, the Trevor Lawrence one, this is closer than probably people, especially Packers fans, want it to be. Jesse, another year?
I mean, they were almost the 1 seed last year, and they were
McCaffrey would have been
depleted.
the MVP if they had a big game in Seattle.
Yeah, but they lost.
But they didn't. But they didn't.
I understand, but they lost Kittle to the Achilles. Brandon Ayuk went off the deep end. Their young wide receiver
all those Packer
got
fans
shot.
were clamoring for Brandon Ayuk over Jordan Love. Remember? Oh, they only wished Ayuk would have been there, available. And San Fran did it. Those little moves that end up happening changed directions of franchises.
I think the 49ers would be better with Jordan Love than the Packers would be with Brock Purdy. So for that reason, I'm going to say Jordan Love's better.
It's an interesting line of demarcation. All right, 2 more, not including Jordan Love, in the honorable mentions. Jaden Daniels, who obviously was injured for much of last season, played inconsistently when he was there after leading the Commanders to the NFC Championship game the previous year as a rookie.
Yeah, Europe. Jaden Daniels needs to prove it. He had a great rookie campaign, got hot, but consistency-wise, he's a talented cat, no question, but I need to see more.
Yeah, I'm a skeptic on him as well. Europe again.
Europe.
Okay, and then the last one, and I think this is really interesting considering he just won a Super Bowl. Sam Darnold, Seattle Seahawks. He's played at a pretty damn high level the last couple of years.
Yeah. Indeed he has.
But
What's
I'm
your
still
answer?
yerping it.
You're gonna yerp? Yeah, I don't know how. I think he has elevated himself into the same category. I think for as much as Packer fans are probably irritated about the rankings on this, I don't know who's all in the top 10. I'm sure there'll be a few that I'll disagree with. Caleb being the top. They're all in the same category to me. And Sam Darnold elevated his team to win a championship. But I look at that as just as much organizational as I do quarterback.
All right, so that is the honorable mention section. So the only one that we really disagreed on was Jalen Hurts. And no doubt Jalen Hurts' season last season was problematic. I am very curious to see what he does with Sean Mannion, the former Packers quarterbacks coach. All right, we'll get to the top 10 coming up as we will play part 2 of Yerp or Nerp, presented by Associated Bank. And Yerp, the Brewers are at the All-Star break. That means you won't be headed to AmFam Field for a little while. But once you are, you'll be able to experience all the great perks that come with being an Associated Bank Brewers checking customer. 20% off the Brewers team store, up to 50% off game tickets, discounted registration for the Brewers Baseball Academy and for the famous Racing Sausages 5K and 10K. Plus, you get to tailgate a little bit longer because you can go through the Associated Bank gate at AmFam Field. And don't forget you get special pre-sale access to non-baseball events and concerts at AmFam Field. You get all that and the best customer service in the industry. So go to AssociatedBank.com/Brewers to find out more. The top 10, which does not include Jordan Love, from the list by Jeremy Fowler on ESPN.com is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year.
For over 50 years, Covenant House has been helping youth in crisis. To learn more, go to covenanthouse.org today.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I know every detail matters when it comes to performance. And right now, Iron Jock is giving you one more reason to gear up. From July 9th through July 19th, when you spend $30 or more at ironjock.com, you'll get a free pair of Iron Jock low-cut performance socks automatically added to your order. No codes, no hassle, just premium performance gear built for everyday movement. Iron Jock products are moisture wicking and powered by silver ion technology to help fight odor-causing bacteria. Iron Jock, built on performance, built to last, built in Wisconsin. Shop now at ironjock.com.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Are you starting college, moving to a new apartment, or just looking to create a new vibe in your college living? Make IKEA your first stop for everything you need to create a college space that's all you. Whether you're looking to add color with cozy bedding, organize your dorm with smart storage solutions, or find that perfect sleeper sofa for those weekend visits, IKEA has your college life covered. And verified college students get 15% off when they sign up for IKEA Family. It's free and packed with rewards. So go grab your roommate and head to IKEA Oak Creek or shop online at ikea.us or the IKEA app.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
It pretty much hurt doing anything. I couldn't ride a bicycle. You don't have your life because you don't have your mobility.
So when Patrick heard about QC Kinetics and their non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain, no waiting, he called them immediately.
There's no downtime. There's no rehab. That was the tipping point for me. I didn't have to take any drugs. I didn't have to rehab.
Before considering surgery, check out QC Kinetics all-natural treatment options that restore and repair damaged joint tissue in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
If you have knee replacement surgery, and then the knee is not yours, and there's no guarantee that that's going to be successful.
QC Kinetics. Patients around the country are raving about the results. They're getting back their mobility, taking back their lives with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Hey Wisconsin, it's construction season and the Wisconsin DOT wants to help you safely navigate work zones in your area. Check 511wi.gov or download the free 511 app to see current road work, closures, detours, and camera views on your route. Wherever your travels take you, know before you go with 511wi.gov. That's 511wi.gov. And remember, know before you go. Always park the phone while driving. Sponsored by the Wisconsin DOT.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. 855 Pella WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
To Yerp or Nerp, the quarterback edition. Again, you can read Jeremy Fowler's full piece on ESPN.com. He's a closer, an NFL personnel evaluator said. End of games, he has shown that. the same time, Jeremy Fowler writes, his inconsistencies did give some voters pause. His 20.2% off-target rate was 37th out of 38 quarterbacks in 2025, though his ability to keep plays alive and throw the ball away contributes to this. Wildly erratic, a defensive coach said. Doesn't always take the layups, sounds like Matt Hasselbeck, and still needs to mature into the position.
Is Hasselbeck one of his guys?
No, this guy's a defensive coach. Has some of those what is he doing plays, but he also makes plays that only he and Mahomes can make. Of course, this is all about Caleb Williams, who is in the number 10 category. The highest ranking he received from anyone on Jeremy Fowler's panel was 6th. His lowest ranking was unranked. Tausch, Yerp or Nerp?
Yeah, Yerp. I think there is right now a hierarchy, and we'll get to kind of the top 6, maybe 7 guys that you could look at and say that they're going to be a lot better, or that they are a step above of where Jordan's at in his career. And then after that, you look at it and say, it's a coin toss.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that little coin? Jesse left that little coin in here. It's a coin toss. And that's, I think Jordan's in that category of 8 or 9 to 14. There's probably 5 or 6 guys that you could throw in that mix.
I'm a Yerp as well, and I'm the guy who wanted Caleb Williams to be good to make this rivalry relevant, and it's already started to happen. Do I think that by the end of the year I could be a Nerp? No. Do I think 2 years from now I could be a Nerp? Yeah. Goes back to the ceiling thing. But I right now, I understand Bears fans being excited. They have every right to be excited about their quarterback. Just like Packers fans were excited after the second half of the 2023 season.
I'm noticing something about Jason lately. Have you noticed this? He's getting Favrean. Jason is starting to get Favrean. Do I think the Packers can be a Super Bowl team this year? No. Do I think they can in 2 years? Yep. You're starting to Favre it, where you're asking yourself questions and answering.
Veteran move.
Very controlling the narrative. Not bad.
Jesse, are you a Yerp or a Nerp on Jordan Love over Caleb Williams?
I'm going to try something out here.
Favre it. See if you can Favre it.
Caleb Williams is a C student who gets an A on the final exam. Jordan Love is a consistent B+ student. I'll take Jordan Love because there's more room for disaster with Caleb Williams.
I'll tell you what. It ain't Jeff Passan in the window. But that's pretty good. I gotta say, pretty good. All right, so that's another we all agree on Yerp. Jared Goff is number 9. Jared Goff.
Well, what does Caleb Williams end up getting, though, on a grade? He's going to end up with...
That's the thing. The exam is weighed more.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to... They're both going to get B+ for the final grade.
On their report card.
Right. So the report card says B+ for both. Caleb Williams was getting C's all semester, then pulled a rabbit out of his butt in the final exam.
Pulled a rabbit out of his butt.
So you're saying he's kind of the slough off, and then cram.
And then bang, he gets it at the end. Jordan Love is very consistently, he's not the best student in the class, but he's consistently a B+.
And he works hard. He gets his stuff in on time. And
you know what you're going to get. He doesn't cause any trouble.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Here's a guy that just crams for the final. Number 9, Jared Goff.
Yerp. I think Jared Goff deserves a... Do I think Jared Goff is a very good quarterback? Yes, I do. Do I think he has some severe limitations? I do. I think he's very limited with making plays out of the pocket. He needs things to look a certain way. And when they do, he's probably as good as anybody in the league.
Mm-hmm.
When he's not, I think that's where he struggles, and that's where these upper echelon guys get. So they have another year, a new coordinator. The Detroit Lions, I think, are built for a bounce back year. We'll see if that's the case. But Jared Goff, I have never been a monster believer, even though he was a high pick. I'm going to stick with Jordan.
I'm a Yerp as well. Count me in as a Yerp once again. Jesse, I'm assuming you are as well.
Yerp.
All right. We're gonna go up to the top 5 because this is taking longer than I intended, but I think it's a worthwhile conversation. Number 8 is Drake May. He went to the Super Bowl. He was maybe even the MVP of the game if his team had won it. Yerp or Nerp?
Nah. Drake May has a long way to go yet, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Drake May has been closer to winning an MVP than Jordan Love ever was.
Also true.
So you're going to go Drake May?
I think you have to.
I'm not going to.
He's won more playoff games. He's been to the Super Bowl, and he's been closer to winning MVP than Jordan Love's ever been. He's won a division. I think you have to take Drake May.
Last season, he completed 72% of his passes.
It's good.
4,394 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Ooh.
He also ran for 4 touchdowns. His passer rating was 113.5.
I'm locking in Nerp.
I'm changing mine. Yeah, I'm going to go and flip it. I didn't know his numbers were that good.
I think we should be.
I'm caught up in watching the last 2 games of the year where he were struggle city. Yeah, Drake May should be ahead of him.
Okay, rightfully so then. All right, he is at number 8. 2 more before we hit the top of the hour. At number 7, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
Would you like his numbers before we?
No, I'm going to go Justin Herbert, even because I'm kind of thinking everybody's down on him because he hadn't won a playoff game. With Jim Harbaugh, he's been really good. He didn't have his tackles last year. They both got hurt.
He did not.
They've had a lot of issues. They're asking a lot from him. I'm going to say Nerp.
Wow. That is not always how you have answered the Justin Herbert question.
I always like to look at things, and I think as I was yerping this thing, I also want to make sure I understand our biases and the fact that I like Jordan. I think he's a good player. Justin Herbert's a good player, too. And Justin Herbert has done it probably longer. And while everybody picks it, oh, he's this, I've never been a monster fan of his. But consistency-wise, he has done some really good things throughout his last couple of seasons in L.A. So that's a razor's edge one for me.
Yeah, he's been consistently terrible in the playoffs. He's got 3 awful playoff
Jordan Love has 1
performances.
playoff win. If we're going to start going down that
Justin
road.
Herbert has 0.
Okay.
Well, that's only one win difference.
He had a 4 interception game against the Texans a couple of years ago. They didn't do anything offensively against the Patriots last year in the playoffs. They had an all-time collapse against the Jaguars.
It's a pick 'em.
I'm saying Europe. I want Love over Herbert.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It pains me to say this, but I'm with Jesse. It's very close, and I think they're both in pivotal years this year as well. But I'm gonna take Jordan Love by a nose over.
Why do you say Jordan Love's in a pivotal year if you said he's got 2 years to kind of prove where he's at?
I think he's in a pivotal year where he has to show that he's more than just the B+ student that Jesse's talking about.
But what if he is a B+ student?
Well, then he's going to be still good, not great.
But why is that pivotal? That's who he is.
Because for them to get to where they want to go, he needs to be more than what he's been.
Sam Darnold is a B student. They won a championship.
Okay. Do you feel as confident in the Packers roster as you do in the Seahawks roster? Why can't Jordan Love be a B+
student and win a championship? We've been sitting here with A+ students all these years, and we got 2 championships in 35 years. Maybe we need to start looking at things differently.
Maybe. I just think this is his year to prove that he is truly special.
If he plays like he did last year, I am more than content with Jordan Love. Jordan Love was dang good last year. How about everybody else maybe being a little bit better?
He threw 23 touchdown passes. Like, I understand all the other metrics and everything else.
He missed some time.
What? I'm sorry?
Didn't he miss a little time, too?
A little bit. He suffered a concussion against the Bears. He missed the game against the Ravens, and then he was the backup to Clayton Tune in the Bishop's Charities game to end the season. Like, he missed that much time. He missed about the same amount of time as he missed the previous year. Again, he is a good to very good quarterback. I want to know if he's special or not. And this seems like a good year to prove it, especially if you're without your special pass rusher for the first 5-6 games.
I see a lot of A- students on the rest of this list. And outside of Patrick Mahomes, don't see a lot of championships.
It's a team game. Last one in the 6 to 10 range. I don't know what I feel about this guy. Dak Prescott. He's number 6.
Yeah, NERP. Dak has proven over the course of time he's maybe a little bit better.
I don't know how I feel about him. I guess I will go NERP because he's got longer longevity of doing it as a starting quarterback, but I don't. If Jordan Love has the exact same career as Dak Prescott, are we satisfied or dissatisfied?
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
I think he's on track for it right now.
Dak Prescott has played well enough and given his team opportunities when he's been healthy to win, and they haven't been able to do it. So is Josh Allen. So is Joe Burrow. So is Lamar Jackson.
Well, last year Dak Prescott completed 67.3% of his passes for 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. So his picks were a little bit higher. For his entire career, he's thrown 243 touchdowns against 92 interceptions, has completed 67% of his passes. So I'm going to say NERP, but I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel about Dak Prescott. But I don't cover the Cowboys. Jesse?
I'm going to say NERP. I would take Dak Prescott. But I think Jordan Love's a NFC championship game away from moving ahead of him.
Well, it's a pivotal season for him. We'll get to the top 5 when we kick off the 10 o'clock hour. After I remind you that if you are like me and you have put off for as long as you could planning all the different estate planning aspects of your life, wills, trusts, probate, elder care, or special needs, Walney Legal Group is here to help you get off your butt and get it done. That's what I'm doing, and that's what you need to be doing as well. They make it a smooth, easy, and as painless as possible process. It may be an uncomfortable necessity, but they deliver a personalized, customized experience to make sure that you are taken care of from start to finish. Their motto is lawyering the way it should be, with clear communication, niche expertise, personal service, and a modern approach. 84% of us do not have appropriate current planning documents. You just got to set it and forget it. That's all it's got to be. Just go take care of it. And then a couple years later, check in with them. So start the process today. Go to WalneyLegal.com. That's WALNY legal.com, no matter what phase you're in. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
I started our landscaping company, Brett Ochtenhagen Seasonal Services, in 1994. We have other businesses, a trucking company, investment properties, and we board and raise quarter horses. I met Chris from Horicon Bank over 20 years ago, and we really hit it off. A few years back, we made our largest capital commitment ever. Chris understood our vision, supported it, and 5 years later, our annual equipment maintenance costs are down, and our fleet is amazing. Chris and Horicon Bank helped make that happen.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
One of the most important concepts in sports is don't drop the ball. Are you dropping the ball with your estate plan? When was it last updated? Have you even done one at all? TSPN Wisconsin's Jason Wilde for Walney Legal Group. There's a lot at stake for you and your family when it comes to wills, trusts, probate, and elder planning. At Walney Legal, that's all they do. Tailored documents. No confusing legal jargon. Just thoughtful guidance. Do the blocking and tackling to protect your family. Start a conversation today at WalneyLegal.com.
Selling your home is more than putting a sign in the yard. It's about having the right team beside you. I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf and Associates, powered by Keller Williams. We help relieve unnecessary stress with our team's expert listing process, strong negotiation skills, and fast, clear communication. Our white glove service experience is provided at every price point and every step of the way. Start your home journey today by searching online, Tony Wendorf. Tony Wendorf and Associates, a real estate team driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
It's ESP Wisconsin's Ben Bruss here for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Get out of the house this summer and enjoy a great weekend at Road America, located conveniently between Milwaukee and Green Bay in Elkhart Lake. This legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course has been hosting the world's best racers since 1955. Bring the whole family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult at the gate. Camp on site, explore the grounds, and take in racing your way. It's more than a race, it's a full-day experience. WeatherTech Vintage Weekend with Brian Redmond is coming to Road America July 16th through the 19th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets today at roadamerica.com.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
I'm going to say kissing cousins, pack bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And we'll end this crazy game in a tie. Oh, my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. As we get to the top 5 of these ESPN quarterback rankings. By the way, we love Jeff Passan on this show, and you guys should check out what he said about the home run derby and the format.
I'll tell you what, I love the idea of bringing an aluminum bat. I think that's a great idea. See some guys hitting 600-700-foot home runs. How fun would that be?
You going to watch it tonight?
No.
Netflix.
Yeah, I heard. Maybe I will. I like Netflix.
What does Scott Fitzgerald think of that?
Watch a little Homeland, then watch a little Netflix.
Listen to Homeland.
Yeah, being good.
All right. At number 5 on our list, before we move off this lengthy discussion, I feel like this will go quickly because I'm not sure there's anyone that we can really quibble with, except for maybe the guy at number 4, because certain people on this panel might be down on him. At number 5, Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens.
You're down on Burrow?
I'm not, no.
Who's down on Burrow?
I feel like you always bring up how injured he is, even though he hasn't really been that injured.
No, I'm not. I'm a Joe Burrow believer.
Well,
Jesse, you don't like Burrow?
I think he's riding a lot on that one playoff run from 2021. They haven't done much since 2021.
Yeah, no, all of these guys, I think, it'll be NERP for me.
NERPs.
Josh Allen, Mahomes, the reality is all of these players have done more for a longer period of time. And even though you could say, well, Mahomes is coming back from an injury, and Burrow, as Jesse just said, he hasn't done anything. Stafford's old. He's got a bad back. Stafford was the MVP last year, had a great season. Joe Burrow had a really good season. Josh Allen is a dog. And Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. So none of those guys, and I don't think many Packer fans would. It'd be tough to disagree with that sentiment. And again, Jordan Love, I think we've covered this pretty extensively. He is a good football player. What I like most is that his trajectory is going the right way. He is getting better. You could see all the command. There's so many things that you just love about where he is headed that you should be excited about him. And I'm not one of these guys that thinks he's stuck at being a B player. I think he's going to get better and better. And it's amazing how much the perception of a quarterback changes when their team has postseason success. That's what he's missing. And he's had those opportunities. That's why, I think a lot of us, when they lost that game to San Francisco, were, you get back at just the mindset of understanding. And Dan Campbell said this after they blew that lead out in the NFC Championship game. It is so blanking hard to get back there. It's so hard. You have these opportunities, even when maybe you don't think you're ready for them. When they come along, you have to snatch them because you don't know. There's so many variables that come into play in the NFL, and time marches on so quickly. That game, had he won that and gotten to an NFC champ in his first year,
right?
All of a sudden, all of this, he's a top 5 guy. Nobody's even blinking. But when you don't, and then you have some seasons that you turn the ball over a little bit one year, and then you can't get out, and you're a 7th seed, you can't win the division. That narrative takes over earlier, and then it's even that much harder to get over the hump, and that's what Jordan and the Green Bay Packers are going to be dealing with.
So how do you then view his last 2 playoff performances?
Oh, the Philadelphia game was a disaster. That was just bad football. Was that 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I can't even remember. That was brutal. Last year, first half he looked dynamite. Second half, that's where you hope that growth takes over, and you just find a way to make a couple of first. And listen, was it Jaden Reed dropped that ball in the third or fourth quarter? There was a couple.
I think it was Watson.
There were a couple of plays where if you make a play, all of a sudden that whole thing looks a lot different too, but you didn't. And that's the reality of football. The margins are so thin. 1 or 2 things that don't go your way, and you end up getting beat. And that's all everybody talks about. The narrative is shaped by how the postseason goes. And unfortunately, the Green Bay Packers postseason, the last couple, have been really tough to watch. And that's why these narratives, that's why you see Caleb Williams at 10. It's all because of the comeback and the way they beat the Green Bay Packers, or Jordan Love is probably 9 or 10 if that game doesn't happen.
So Jordan Love has played 4 career playoff games. 1 in Dallas, lost in San Francisco, but they had the lead in the fourth quarter. Trounced, turned the ball over a ton, 3 picks in Philly, and then obviously a tale of 2 halves in Chicago, although he did make some pretty critical plays down the stretch late when he was able to have time. The Packers' record in those 4 games is 1-3. He has completed 60.4% of his passes with 9 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. 3 in the Philly game, and then again 2 in that San Francisco game, which I look back on those, Tausch, as moments of growth. But you would have loved to have avoided those because I think then they win the game, right? And then they are in the NFC Championship
game. If your
game.
place kicker makes a kick, you win the game too.
There are plenty of ifs, but he's got the ball. If we're going to criticize or if we're going to praise Caleb Williams for being clutch, he's got the ball in his hand, down 3, on the road in San Francisco. And on a first down play, he throws a Favre against New Orleans type throw, right? Back, across the middle, across his body, late into triple coverage, right? So I view that as, hey, first-year starter playing with house money, great growth, but, man, you don't know when you're going to get back to that situation where you have the ball in your hands and a touchdown will send you to the NFC Championship game. But he hasn't gotten back there, and this team has not gotten back there. We'll see if that happens in 2026. All right, that is the Jeremy Fowler list of the quarterbacks.
So all in all, I added it up here.
I think Fowler's list is pretty good this year.
We agreed on 6. Well, we agreed on 12, 6 that were worse than Jordan Love and 6 that are better than Jordan Love. And then there were, what would that leave? 5, I think,
out of
that we
a possible
disagreed on?
16.
4 or 5 we disagreed on?
Yeah. That is the list of quarterbacks.
And I find it very interesting that these 30 or however many people he interviewed, that this is where Jordan Love is this is how he's viewed around the league, because we do this every day.
Mm-hmm.
We're biased.
Mm-hmm.
Just admit that we're biased and don't try to hide it. I feel like my bias is fair, but I am pulling, and I do think Jordan Love is – I think he's probably better than what Jeremy Fowler's people said he is, but I don't think it's a crazy – I mean, he's not crazily off. Like, if you put him at 9 or 8, I think everybody could argue that.
Yep.
And you could also argue that he should be in the top 10. It's a fair argument, I think, to be had. Now, if you said that Josh Allen shouldn't be, you're an idiot. Nobody's saying that Jeremy Fowler's thing's an idiot at this point. They're saying, well, snub and all this. But that's the beauty of this, Jordan. And I know, what did he rank? 71, and Micah Parsons came out, which Micah should. It's better than I think with Justin Jefferson didn't rank his quarterback in the top 5. I'd prefer my players say, yeah, they got snubbed. This is BS. He's not a 7. I'd much rather see that than go the other way, because then you know there's some issues.
All right, so last thing on this. Jeremy Fowler writes in the Caleb Williams section, here's where it gets interesting. 4 quarterbacks, Williams, Sam Darnold, Jordan Love, and Jaden Daniels, were very close in voting for the 10th spot. So we took to tiebreakers, gathering input from several general managers and executives. Why did Williams barely win out for the final spot on the list? This is now Jeremy Fowler asking himself questions.
Because Chicago's a big market.
He's the hardest of the 4 for teams to prepare for and defend. One GM, he's the most dynamic of the group of those 4. He's got the arm talent and overall athleticism suited for today's game. I would argue Jordan Love has the arm talent now and the athleticism suited for it too, no? Do you think Caleb Williams is significantly a better athlete than Jordan Love is?
I do not.
I don't either. So that's where the rankings finish. Tausch, I don't know when you've got your next trip to MoMA planned, but I know you're moving around better with their help.
No doubt, feeling a lot better. And if you've been putting off dealing with pain in your knee, your shoulder, your back, neck, whatever it might be, you don't need to. Go ahead, go in, take a look at partnering up with MoMA. That's what I did. Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance. MoMA brings together trusted local providers, OIW, SMOC, and innovative pain, making it easier to find the right specialist and the right treatment for you, because I think a lot of people, it's just overwhelming. I don't know where to park. I got to go here, and then I got to get this test, and I got to do this and do this. And none of that. You're going to get directed into one of their offices, whether it's the Surgery Center, Smart Scan, Mosh, or for me, I went to Ortho Laser. Wanted to get some more blood flow. Wanted to get limit some of this inflammation, some of the problems I was dealing with. Ortho Laser has helped me do that. I have not felt this good in quite a while. MoMA can get you back doing what you love. Call or walk in today and get started on you feeling better so you can go out and do what you want to do.
Pains me to say this, but Sean David, who is a Bears fan in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube comments, asks what I think is a germane question. I will pose it to Jesse and Tausch next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Start the second half of the Brewers season with a stacked series against the Marlins. The whole city's invited to celebrate Noche de Cerveceros Friday, July 17th. Then get the latest Brandon Woodruff Brewers bobblehead, courtesy of PNC Bank, Saturday the 18th. Treat the family to a summer Sunday at the ballpark for Paw Patrol Day on the 19th. Plus, family vibes are through the roof with special kids activities every Sunday. Get your tickets at brewers.com.
Planning a high-level event shouldn't feel overwhelming. I'm Tiara Gomez, founder of Events by Design. For over 25 years, we've helped companies turn complex, high-pressure events into seamless, unforgettable experiences. When trying to engage your team and pull off something meaningful, the details matter. From concept to execution, we design every event so it reflects your vision and delivers real impact. No missed moments, just refined experiences people will remember. Let's start designing today. Search online, Events by Design.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
What if one place could bring your whole family together? At the Wisconsin Country Club, it's more than just golf. It's summer days by the pool, pickleball, and tennis with friends, a full fitness center, and kids programs they'll actually look forward to. No more juggling schedules across town, no more multiple memberships, just one place where everything and everyone comes together. From casual dinners to year-round experiences, this is where your family wants to be. The Wisconsin Country Club, more than a club, it's your home away from home. Schedule a tour for you and your family today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
You asked, and it's back. The original Cubano fan favorite has returned to Cousin Subs, and if you know, you know. It starts with tender pulled pork, our original recipe, and layers in savory ham, Genoa salami, and melty Swiss, grilled together for that hot, craveable bite. Then topped with fresh onions, tomatoes, pickles, and brown mustard and mayo, all on our signature bread. It's the fan favorite you've been waiting for. The Cubano, back at Cousin Subs, but only for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
So, Sean David, if that's your real name, we appreciate you bringing your Bears fandom to the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube channel. Again, you can stream the show if you're listening on the air, over the air radio, or streaming the audio. You can also watch it on our ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison YouTube channels. The question that he poses is this: hey, Mr. Wilde, would the state of Wisconsin really take Love over Williams if they could draft him right now? That can't be the case. The eye test is all you need.
Well, Cap got after us. Was that last year when we got into a little squabble with the old Capinator? Mm-hmm. I really think it's a coin toss.
I'm not saying Love is bad like all the other Bears fans. I'm just saying Caleb's ceiling is way higher. Love's ceiling has been reached. I'm not sure I agree with that part yet. And if it hasn't, then LaFleur is to blame, right? Look, I brought this on myself. I said this was what I wanted. I was very open about that. It was not a popular opinion. It remains an unpopular opinion. But this is great. This is what I want. Now, are Bears fans a little more obnoxious than I anticipated? Yes. I underestimated that. Is Caleb Williams difficult to like if you're a Packers fan? Like, do you think Packers fans look at him the way Bears fans at least respected Rodgers and Favre? Not yet. Is Ben Johnson difficult to like? Very much so. And yes, I'm doing my Favre just for you.
Did Packer fans like Mike Ditka?
I think so.
I feel like this is going to be, like Ben Johnson's going to be that Mike Ditka for the Bears. Like he kind of has turned this thing around where Ditka ran, I don't know how to look. Ditka was that guy, right? They've had other coaches that have come through, and they've been okay. Lovey obviously had some success against us. But this feels like the alpha, the dude that Bears fans have gotten excited. I don't think they've been as excited about a coach since Ditka.
No, I would agree with you. Yeah, even though Lovey said the right things when he took the job. And by the way, had a pretty darn good career in Chicago.
If Packer, okay, obviously Lombardi and Hallis. Is Holmgren our Ditka?
Probably, right? I mean,
I'm asking. You're the 30-year scribe. Who do you got? That's what I'm asking. I don't know. I look at things in segments. I don't know holistically. I hadn't really thought about it. Ditka, legendary. Is Holmgren considered legendary?
Absolutely, and it's ridiculous
Is
that
McCarthy
he's not
considered legendary
in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. No, again, this is just like the Wolf versus Thompson conversation. When you haven't done it for 30 years, and then you're the guy who brings the title back to Titletown, it's different than when you bring the title back to Titletown in 2010 after 1996 and 97 Super Bowl berths. So, no, I think Holmgren would be Ditka because, by the way, Ditka, who were the coaches before him? Neil Armstrong, which I didn't know that he both landed on the moon and coached the Bears.
Buzz Aldrin got screwed again.
From 1978 to 1981.
Buzz is second in the list, and he was the runner-up for the coaching job for the Bears.
Neil Armstrong was the head coach. And by the way, he went 64-30?
No, Buzz Aldrin did?
No. He coached 64 games. The Bears were 30-34.
Do you think Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong thought through, when they jumped off, hey, we should both do this so that we're both doing it at the same time? Or you think Neil just jumped out there and said, I'm going to be first?
The Bears had a tough first year under Neil Armstrong, but then they took one giant leap in year two.
That's pretty good. It's really good. This is why Holmgren and Ditka would be the comps. They both won Super Bowls after long wandering in the wilderness periods. The coaches before Ditka, our beloved Neil Armstrong was 30-34. Before that, Jack Pardee was 20-22.
He coached the Oilers for a while, old Jack Pardee.
Before that, it was Abe Gibran, who went 11-30-1, and Jim Dooley, who went 20-36. So they were all losers. They all had losing records. Those were the guys that followed Hallis. Hallis's last season as the coach was 1967. So, again, Ditka comes along in 82. They win the Super Bowl with their 85 team. So, yes, the Holmgren comp would be the one, not the Mike McCarthy
So
comp.
even though McCarthy coached
longer,
double, because Holmgren went to the second Super Bowl, everybody is crowning Holmgren ahead of McCarthy.
Again, goes back to 2014.
No, I understand that, but we both there's championship rings. There's only one on each.
Yep, it's true. Holmgren got to a third.
I made that comment, and Jesse, before I got it out of my mouth, is shaking his head. And no, what I said is McCarthy legendary. Ditka's legendary. Holmgren, Jason, I'm leaning on you because you ascribed him. Legendary.
Yeah.
I barely got McCarthy's name out of my mouth. And nah. Double the time, definitely double the wins. Same Super Bowl. Holmgren Street's bigger. It's just the whole thing is interesting.
And yet, the one with the shortest of the streets, Ron Wolf, is the one that's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His street is very short behind Titletown. The Bears coaches after Ditka, Wanstead, Geron, Lovie Smith, Mark Trestman, John Fox, Matt Nagy, Matt Eberflus. It's a lot of Matts. Thomas Brown as a interim, and now Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is going to be a thorn in Packers fans' side. He's going to be douchey about it. It's going to be fun-ish, maybe. It's going to be really irritating. All right, we appreciate our Bears fan parachuting in. I do think his question, though, Tausch, is about ceiling. And if you had to pick one today with the evidence that you have, and he had to be your quarterback for the next 5 years, I don't feel like Jordan Love is the slam dunk because of the ceiling conversation we just had.
Coin toss.
Yeah. What did it come up?
Draft. That's Packers. So it comes up Jordan.
Okay. Is it? I mean, Caleb was number 1 overall.
Yeah, but it says Green Bay on it.
Oh, okay.
The other side says Green Bay too, though. So.
Aren't you glad we left that in there for you?
I knew that.
Nice little toy.
I know. Yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
We'll check out our early start on the list of most important Packers.
Well, you sound skeptical on it. So you're telling me you would take old boy over Jordan Love?
What, you think I'm new here?
It's not quite a coin toss, but going back to the student thing, like 3 out of 4 times, Caleb Williams is going to be a C, and then he's going to be an A the other time. Jordan Love every time is going to be the B+. So are you going to gamble 1 out of 4, you would get a better Caleb Williams?
Jason, do you want your kids shooting big, and maybe they're going to come up short and get a B or a C, but they're going to, or do you want steady Eddie A's but with no drama and none of that? Like, what are you looking for? As your kids being students, do you want them to just take the easy classes?
No.
You said Jesse's thing was a great line.
But it was, yes, it was for where he is currently. But my issue with that is I don't know if he's going to stay that way, Jesse. Like, I don't know if Caleb Williams is going to, with another year and then a year after that and then a year after that, with being in lockstep with his head coach, who is he may be douchey, but he's a really smart offensive coach, right? He's a good play designer, good play caller. Like, look what he did with Jared Goff, who neither of us nerped. We didn't take him over Jordan Love. Like, the guy's really good at what he does, as much as I hate to say it. So 3 years from now, when they've been together for 3 more seasons, I think it's definitely a possibility that Caleb Williams is better than Jordan Love, and we can't really disagree with it when Bears fans say it. But right now, today, yes, Jordan Love is the steady Eddie, good student who gets all of his homework in and does well on the final exam. And Caleb Williams is the guy that doesn't turn in half of his worksheets, but gets a perfect score on the final exam and pulls out the B for the class for the semester. I think it's a great analogy by Jesse. But I don't know, is he going to take that and continue to only be that guy? Or is he going to be the guy who becomes the really good student all semester long and then crushes the exam too? Because if he does that, he's the better choice. But again, I was hoping for this. This is what we've gotten, and I'm eager to see how the Packers' 2 Bears games go this season, even though I'm not thrilled with one of them being on Christmas Day in Chicago. What I am thrilled with is the fact that Gruber Law Offices has been with us from the jump, and David and his team have been supportive of our show, and more importantly, they're supportive of you if you've been injured in an accident. One call, that's all. 414-276-6666, 414-276-6666. Go to the website, gruber-law.com, to find out more. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Hi, it's Jen Latta. If you've ever put off a painting project because it felt too overwhelming, I totally understand. That's why I was so impressed with 2-Day Painting. From the first consultation to the final walkthrough, their team made the entire process so easy. They recently painted the exterior of my home, and I couldn't be happier with the results. The quality of the work and attention to detail really stood out. Right now, ask about 15% off and free touch-ups for life. Schedule your free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
Enjoy Wednesday Night Live, presented by Beatbox, at the Bud Pavilion this Wednesday at State Fair Park. This week, don't miss Generation Z as they deliver an incredible live concert experience. Enjoy live music starting at 7 from the Bud Pavilion at State Fair Park this Wednesday with Generation Z.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga. Every morning, I talk about traffic backups and slowdowns around Milwaukee. At Sewer Ninjas, they help homeowners avoid a different kind of backup, a sewer backup. Sewer Ninjas is a Wisconsin family-owned company specializing in sewer camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs that can often be completed without tearing up your yard. Their goal is simple: find problems early and help homeowners avoid costly surprises. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. That's sewerninjas.com.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up: the sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is Express Entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
When you work smart, incredible things can happen. By joining Smart 18, the union for Wisconsin sheet metal workers, you'll open the door to a brighter future. You'll learn and earn more. Enjoy awesome benefits across the board. Build a great career and feel empowered and supported every step of the way. The smartest career decision you'll ever make starts with Smart 18. Find out more today at smart18info.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
You sounded yesterday, and this episode actually happened to be on as I was flipping through channels, and it was on Comedy Central. The Keith Hernandez episode of Seinfeld was on almost the exact moment that you sent your text suggesting that your day was ruined, Jerry, by Miz not pitching yesterday in the final game before the All-Star break, which, by the way, the Brewers lost. Did a position player end up pitching at any point in that 14-5 game?
I don't.
Have I bet left-handed?
I don't think so. We're going to play trivia coming up, and there's a great nugget about who was pitching in those games for the Brewers. So start studying up. So I had a near-perfect second half of my up north vacation. We had a huge day out on the lake on Saturday, went golfing with my brother-in-law in the morning, had a wonderful time up north, and we had it all mapped out. 11:15 Central Time, they were starting the Sunday leadoff game on Peacock yesterday. And it was going to be Miz versus Skeens. Going into the weekend, all the promotion for the game. Miz versus Skeens. Can't wait. Going to be huge. Going to be great. Well, that last start before the All-Star break. Both guys aren't pitching the All-Star game because they're pitching on Sunday. And so I never even thought to look at social media or anything on Saturday because, we're having a big day down on the lake, out in the sun.
You're on vacation.
Signal's not so great because it's so crowded up there. So I wake up on Sunday, and I wanted to just public service announcement. Let you guys know, make sure you get your Peacock ready at 11:15. You had 2 hours to get it ready. And
I like that phrase.
And then I'm made aware Miz isn't pitching. What?
How were you made aware?
Ashton texted, "Oh, no, you haven't heard." And I was like, "Oh, do they get rained out again? What happened?" And then it was in our group text, the big group text from the Outdoor Living Unlimited 10 for 10 last week.
Yeah, the Village.
And then I went on social media for the first time in a couple of days and saw him. I got people tweeting at me, "Oh, is it time to have a conversation about Mark?" I'm like, what is all this happening? And Miz isn't pitching. He got scratched from the start. Gasser's out there. And then they just get pummeled yesterday with Skeens on the mound for Pittsburgh. 14-5. It was 14-2. So instead of staying up north, watching the early game, doing our cleanup while the game's on, then driving home peacefully, we time it up so at least I'm going to drive home and listen to the game.
Sure.
Lane Grindle and Josh Mauer on the call. And it's 6-2 before you can blink. I don't even get to Green Bay. It's like, this is done. So then we're turning on music the rest of the way.
Seems pretty east.
It was
Green Bay.
And north.
Ruined the drive home, ruined the Sunday for the final day before the All-Star break.
My drive home was ruined.
It was. I understand.
Jacob?
It's smart to conserve Miz's innings. You got to watch his inning count. This is a smart place to try and get him a 2-week break without actually missing
Is
much.
that how you feel? Do you really feel that way? Because you didn't feel like you felt, this is smart. This is smart to manage his pitching load.
I believe you called it Strasburgian.
It's starting to feel a little bit like Strasburg, where we got to manage his innings, and even though the team's in first place and they're contending for the 1 seed in a first-round bye, we got to watch out, make sure he's not pitching too much. Well, then just don't pitch him so much early in the season. I don't understand how the medical staff looks at this and decides that the plan was he was going to pitch on Sunday. I don't know why they would go through all the motions of saying he's going to pitch Sunday, and then he throws one bullpen, and they say on Saturday evening after they lose the first 2 of a doubleheader, we're not going to do that.
Gel, here's where I agree with you. I have no problem if you plan things out and you say it. When you do this, it throws red flags up. It does put some concern out as far as, why? You're pitching every 5 or 6 days typically. And it's Miz, I think we're all sitting here, and I think even when Jeff Passan came on, you have this, he's so freakish with how he moves and how he's closer to the plate, all of the stuff that, makes him great. You're always concerned about longevity and how much he's going to be able to go. The fact that Harrison now is on the DIL, Woody obviously going through his stuff, and the strength of this team has been, we're not losing. We win series, we're gritty, and we pitch. And all of a sudden now, our top 3 guys, not available. And I'm always leery when you do these things. You could have, and again, I'm kind of like you. I was not paying a ton of attention to it until it came up. You want to snuff that out, and you want to go in. Momentum is a real thing in sports. People can argue it all they want. Pittsburgh, to get beat 3 in a row against Pittsburgh, all right, it happens. It's a long season. But the way it played out and how it was kind of just thrust upon and not really thought out, if you're going to do this from an injury standpoint, I want it to be thought out. Now, things happen. He could come back and say maybe 2 or 3 days, and he's doing his bullpen. He's like, it's just not feeling strong. I get it. Stuff happens. But I'm more concerned than I want to be after that little 3-game stretch. Not having any conversations, none of that. But I am more concerned than if they had just said after his last start, we have used him maybe a little bit more than we wanted. We're going to give him a beat over this 2 weeks. And you get the excitement of the skeins, you get all this other stuff, and then it doesn't, and you get your breaks beat in, and you're down. You lose 3 in a row, and all. It just does make you ponder where are we at, and what's going to be how we move forward with this next. It could just be, hey, Harrison's a little tight. Well, let's give him a beat. Let's give him a beat. We're going to go pick somebody up, and it's no big deal. But this is the first time that you kind of are seeing a couple of cracks, and I don't like that.
So how you obviously have a baseball background. Your wife is doing an amazing job of managing the
season's over. Yeah, we got beat.
Oh,
we got knocked out. Good season. Good season.
You understand why they want to be cautious with someone of such a
I totally
incredible
understand.
talent, and as Jeff Passan said to us, you kind of
Jason,
operate.
I'll look at it this way: if you said to me, "Hey, I'm going in. I'm going to go get checked. Some stuff has popped up. I'm going to go come in. I'm going to go get it looked at. Next Friday, I'm going in." I'd be like, "All right, yeah, best of luck. Hopefully, everything goes well." If you call me on a Friday morning before a Friday show and say, "Blank, I got to go into the hospital," I'm probably going to be a little bit what. That's what this is
that
to me.
That happened once.
That's what this is to me.
I understand. At the same time, I guess I keep going back to what Jeff Passan said to us, which was essentially, it's not with pitchers, it's not a matter of if they will suffer some sort of injury. It's a matter of when, right? He's talking about the structure of the arm and everything else, when he wasn't jumping out a window. And I just, I would do everything I can to try and prevent that for as long as possible if I feel like it's most likely going to happen. And
well, then why wait till a day before to do it? I'm not arguing at all. I think giving Miz 2 weeks here is really smart. But then let's plan and do it. Let's not throw up an APB and say, he's...
Yeah.
That's the part.
Just say it on Wednesday after he goes 7 innings against the Cardinals. Be like, hey, Miz had a great start yesterday. He threw 100 pitches. We're going to play this safe. He gets an extra week and a half to rest.
He's feeling a little fatigued. We're going to give it a beat.
We've been riding him all season. He's been great. We're going to give him 10 days here.
And you apply that on with throwing old boy on a 15-day IL. It's just, that's what got me. And then we knew you could have bet the house yesterday. That was going to be a bad day.
Yeah, they checked out. Yeah.
This team, and that was my last point that I told Vinny. I guess Vinny's out. Telly and Eric this morning. When you are built on never giving in on anything, and that's what this Brewers team is. Let's not kid ourselves. We're not the Dodgers. We don't give in. We're going to scrap. There's going to be some games that get away from you. When you did what we did, that was giving in yesterday. That was saying, we ain't winning this game. And that's all right. You're going to have some of those games. But when all of that comes up and it's not thought through, now maybe this was all thought through and they just didn't report their stuff, and that's fine too. So that's why this is not a 5-alarm fire. This is Yogi the Bear or Smokey the Bear with his hazard. It's been dry and hot. I'm saying let's just make sure when we're done camping, I would say it's at that yellow and green, like the, what is it, McGuire? What the hell does that say there? Medium? What does that say in there? McGuire? What does that mean? Low, McGuire, and moderate? Whatever it might be. All I'm saying is make sure there's some smoldering coals at your campsite. Let's make sure we throw water and let's dust that thing down so that when this fire season gets going, I don't want no forest fires. Let's make sure we clean up and handle our business.
Seriously, what does that say?
Meg Zaire, I think it says.
That's not even the fourth letter isn't even a letter.
And then you don't even put it goes moderate and then just pipe in red. They don't have any words on it.
This is why Photoshop Greg hasn't contributed anything to us in a while. I think he got thrown off with this one.
No. Mark
Wait,
McGuire.
Are you sure that was him? Are you sure? This looks like AI to me.
Oh, it's totally AI.
Well, of course
I don't know.
AI. What do you think You think he was drawing this stuff?
No,
up
but Greg, I don't want to disparage Greg because I think Greg
uses AI.
I think Greg uses more Photoshop than AI.
Red doesn't even have a
the
label.
AI is part of the photo. That's what I'm saying. You don't even have anything there. We're between Lowe and McGuire. But I'm saying it can get to moderate quickly.
Yes. Low, McGuire, moderate, and flaming hot.
I forgot we named the bear Ergie the bear because for his urgency.
Urgency, yes, exactly.
Ergie.
How worried and concerned are we about Harrison?
Oh, I'm concerned.
He hasn't pitched great the last couple outings. Now he's got
been bad since
issues.
Vegas. He's been bad since Vegas. Vegas did
that
something
little baby
to him.
park got him.
It happens to a lot of people when they go to Vegas.
And now all of a sudden Durbin out in Boston's raking. Boston's winning. Remember how we? Yeah, I'm getting close to my McGuire stage. It was in that low range. There's ups and downs. The more I'm looking at this, I'm getting more McGuire-ish on my Smokey the Bear scale.
All right, let's play some trivia. Jesse, before Tausch tells us about American Family Insurance, what's today's category and what caller would you like?
It is a Monday. The Sports Weekend Recap is our trivia category today. And since we've spent so much time talking about the top 10 quarterbacks list from Jeremy Fowler and Jordan Love wears number 10, it seems appropriate to ask for caller 10.
Beautiful. Caller 10 right now, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 10 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about American Family Insurance.
Brew Crew, your dream game day starts at the parking lot patio located outside American Family Field next to the third base gate entrance. The parking lot patio is your go-to pregame hangout. It seems like we haven't been back to Milwaukee in forever. You're going to have what an experience down there at the parking lot patio. Play yard games. You get free giveaways. It's free, fun, and open to fans of all ages. Stop by before your next Brewers home game. Again, that is right next to the third base gate entrance. The parking lot patio, presented by American Family Insurance.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Calling all middle school volleyball players, ESPN Wisconsin and the Wisconsin Badgers women's volleyball team are hosting a free volleyball clinic on Tuesday, July 21st at Vincent High School. Learn from one of the nation's top programs, sharpen your skills, and have some fun on the court. Plus, every participant will have a chance to win tickets to the AVCA First Serve volleyball event at Pfizer Forum this August. Space is limited, so don't wait. Register today at uwvolleyballclinic.com. That's uwvolleyballclinic.com. Presented by UW Credit Union and Visit Milwaukee.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
If you're a golfer, a hunter, or someone who has a lot of gear, you know how quickly a garage can run out of space. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe & Chewy, and I'm here to tell you that Closets by Design creates custom garage solutions designed around your lifestyle. From cabinets and storage systems to garage flooring, they create a place for everything. I love what they did with my closet. Now I understand why so many homeowners trust them with their garages too. Right now, you can get 40% off and ask about their special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected by it. Maybe you have a loved one who struggles with joint pain. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's time to be outside, moving, living, playing. Hey, it's Ben Brust, and let's talk about getting back to that life. At QC Kinetics, that's happening every day. People who are stuck in the cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right there in the office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. They hear about it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. If this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers free consultations to see if you're a good candidate. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Since January, I've already lost 40 pounds and dropped a couple pant sizes. This program has been simple, safe, and their team has helped me every step of the way. Best of all, it's built to help keep the weight off for good. If you're looking for a weight loss program that works, Milwaukee Weight Loss is it. For a limited time, get $200 off with our summer special. Book your free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com. That's MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
I've just been informed that we have gone with a slightly different format to today's Wilde and Tausch trivia. I shall explain after we hear from Big Voice Guy telling us about Wilde and Tausch trivia, presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is brought to you by Cousin Subs. Cool down with the summer shake from Cousin Subs. Enjoy 4 delicious flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and mint. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. And by Vortex Golf. Trivia winners this week receive a hat, ball marker, sticker, and a blade rangefinder courtesy of Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
Let's welcome in our contestant. It is Eric in Green Bay. Ian GB, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We're great. All right, Jesse, before we play, explain to Eric what you've done here.
So, for the sake of what our third and final question will be today, we're going to try something we've never done in Wilde and Tausch trivia history before. We're going to go hardest to easiest.
Have accurate answers and good questions.
Yeah, thanks. That's good, Tausch. Yeah. We're going to go hardest to easiest. So hardest question is up first.
God, doesn't it just feel wrong?
It does.
But we've been doing it this way forever.
I'm going to just ask you to trust me. The payoff at the end is going to be worth it here for everybody.
Okay. Well, here we go. Question number 1, which is the allegedly hardest, is this. Eric, which former professional tennis player won his third American Century Championship title at the annual Celebrity Golf Tournament on Sunday in Lake Tahoe? Is that player Pete Sampras, Marty Fish, or Andy Roddick?
I'm gonna guess the middle name. It's somewhere in Wisconsin. The question's a little fishy. I have no clue. We're gonna guess Marty Fish.
I think you're right.
I don't know how you arrived at it, but you arrived at the correct answer. Marty Fish. I believe he's pals with the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback as well, who did not take part in that tournament, which I think he had been in it for like 20 years. Question 2, E, is this. Following action in the World Cup quarterfinals this weekend, which of these is not one of the matchups in the semifinals coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday? Okay? So 2 of these games are the semifinal games and 1 isn't. Is it England versus Argentina, Spain versus France, or Norway versus Portugal?
Norway, Portugal.
Indeed, both of those teams losing. Erling Haaland, his World Cup is over as well. All right, here we go. An opportunity for a clean sweep to start the week with allegedly the easiest of the 3 questions.
I'm very fascinated. So just
this puts a ton of pressure on me right now.
Well, no, there's pressure on Jesse. What were the 2 answers so far? I just am trying to piece this together. So it was Marty Fish,
Norway, Portugal. They're not related to the final question.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just. All right.
You'll get it in a second.
Okay.
Question number
Jason's
3
gonna
is this.
He's going to say one word, and you're going to understand why we did it this way.
Yar! Which of these be the real name of a Milwaukee Brewers relief pitcher who made 2 appearances over the weekend in Pittsburgh against the dreaded Pirates? Is that pitcher's name Craig Yoho?
Yeah.
Henry.
Let's it there.
Wait for it, Eric. Gar. Worked so hard on this one.
Or Tyler Captain Yar?
The answer be Craig Yoho.
Yoho, the pirate life for me. Indeed.
Yoho against the Pirates. You be kidding. You couldn't draw it up any better in Pittsburgh.
I guess I don't understand why that couldn't be the first question.
Because we needed the music. It was a whole to-do. We needed to build up to it, Yar. Also, I need to remind you that for question 2, that Discount Liquor soccer update is brought to you by Discount Liquor. Stop by in Milwaukee or Waukesha for all ye tailgating needs.
I want to if I can quick end the trivia with one little iota. Well, I don't think I put in the legwork to be in the Legends tournament going on right now. To relive my Wilde Tausch trivia moment, though, a few years ago, that was me with the ginseng county that Tausch gave away.
I did screw that one up.
And
yeah.
What was funny is my wife and I were driving to see one of her roommates from med school in Iowa, and we had terrible reception, and she's like, you should call in a trivia. I'm like, it's actually really hard to call in. And of course, I call in and get in. And she's in the front seat listening, and like, do they always just give you the answers? It was the most bizarre trivia experience I had, even on the other end of it. But that for me was an all-timer. This was number 2.
Yeah, we don't normally give the answers, but we certainly did that day. You didn't need the answers today, Eric. You got all 3 right. That means you got 4.
And I love you guys.
Wait a minute, Eric. If you still have time, I do have one more question for you, if you don't mind.
There was no way that we were getting out of this without a pirate joke.
You still there, Eric?
All right. I got the time for you, lads.
Of course you do.
Irish now.
Craig Yoho. What did the pirate say to the plumber?
What did he say?
You cracking me up?
Close, Tausch. Release the Kraken, get to work. A plumber joke and a pirate joke.
Eric, thanks, buddy.
All right,
we appreciate
you
you.
I don't want to clog up any more of your time. Take care.
Oh,
I love
nice.
you guys.
Not bad.
Well
Little plumbing joke.
Yeah, that's a plumbing joke. The 11 o'clock hour will start late, but it will start in 2 minutes.
Craig Yoho against the Pirates.
Yoho, it's the pirate life for me. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Why DIY your frozen pizza toppings when Screamin' Sicilian already went over the top for you? We're talking whole milk mozzarella, heaps of premium meats, a mountain of veggies. Screamin' Sicilian is frozen pizza stacked, no add-ons needed. Mamma mia! Screamin' Sicilian, so loaded with toppings, it's almost cheating. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer section and taste what all the screamin' is about.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is where neighbors look out for one another, where careers get moving, and families settle in, where local businesses become your favorite go-tos, where making life easier for those around you is just what you do. This is where it all clicks. This is where you belong. Citizens Bank. Bank where you belong. Find your branch at citizensbankwi.bank. Citizens Bank is member FDIC.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All studio at ESPN Milwaukee.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Jesse, I can see, was eagerly awaiting the posting of number 16 in our Channel 3000 countdown of the most important Packers of 2026. They'll be posted after the show. I had a little bit of a couple things come up that I wasn't expecting yesterday, so it's not completely finished, but it'll be up shortly. Right now, and I know 20-ish is how we like to view this, but the first 4 installments have been posted. Javon Hargrave at 20. Whoever's going to be the right guard, Belton or Jagger Burton, although my good friend Tom Oates, who's among the blue ribbon panelists.
Saw Oatesy yesterday.
Really?
Looks great. Yep.
Where'd you see him?
Baseball tournament. He's a big fan. He wanted to come watch some good
Was he
coaching.
covering it, or?
I didn't ask him if he was covering it. I think he's always covering stuff, whatever he's doing. That's what he does. Emeritusly.
He felt like Anthony Belton should have been higher than he was at number 19 alongside Jagger Burton. I kind of clumped the offensive linemen who are not Zach Tom and who are not Jordan Morgan kind of together, as Aaron Banks was 18 and Sean Ryan is 17. Tausch, is that my offensive line bias that I will end up having all 5 offensive line starters in the top 20?
Probably. But I think with where this team is, and we've, Lord knows, especially when Bulaga joins us, we spend a lot of time on it because that, to me, is going to be your determining factor on how this season goes.
I agree.
If they aren't any better than what they were last year, they are not going to be any better on the season. The run game was not good enough, and we all got after Matt LaFleur and everything else. Matt LaFleur would have loved to have been able to run the football down the Bears' throats in that second half. They couldn't. And then they couldn't pick up the pressure, and that allowed the Bears to climb back in that football game as much as giving up 25 fourth-quarter points. Those things all go hand in hand. And really, since Brian Gutekunst decided he wanted to revamp and do things a little differently after that Philadelphia Eagles playoff loss a couple years ago, that has been the big miss so far from the Green Bay Packers. That group has not gotten better. And now they have retooled it. They have a young left tackle that I think has definitely enough talent to do it. And I'm not sure where he's going to fall on your list, but I would hope that it's pretty high because I think between him and Lucas Van Ness, as far as first-round picks, that you need to be performing and getting better. Both of those guys are critical for any championship aspirations this team has. They better have made some big steps from where they were to where they need to be.
Why do you think that group, I mean, obviously the Elton Jenkins experiments, which, I don't know, do you think in any way Goody looks back and says, you know what, I should have just left him at left guard?
Yeah, of course he does.
I don't know, because I feel like at his age they were kind of ready to move on from him regardless, right? I mean...
yeah, but then Sean Ryan was at center, and he would be a year more... That's the problem when you do those things. And for Goody, he has said numerous times he wants young players to grow.
Mm-hmm.
It has to also match up with where you're at on a team standpoint. If your team is young, Jordan Love's first year, you're going to give some more grace. Jordan Love's going into his 5th year as a starter? Fourth year as a starter. There ain't no, I ain't got time for sausage races. I ain't got time for social graces. I ain't got time for that. Like, that's not where this team is at.
Now I know where we were. Okay.
Yeah, Garth Brooks.
Yeah, no, I know. I wasn't sure at first.
So you don't have time for all of this, but when you're going to be a draft and develop team, you have to find that balance. And it's a hard balance, needle, sewing, whatever analogy you want to put in. You can do that with a couple of spots. It's really difficult to do it with numerous spots because, like, losing a game in Cleveland while it's going on, you're like, well, you're going to have a couple of those a year. Yeah, you will.
Uh-huh.
But when you're at the spot where this organization, this team is, you need to start building because these teams that find ways to win those games, they find ways to win them at the end of the year too because then you start believing it. And that's a thing that every team has to find its own. And usually the quarterback is the one that does that. And that's where if you want to, get after Jordan Love, I think you could start going there. You have to find ways to win those games. And let's just think of Jordan's career through his first 3 years as a starter. How many times has he done that? New Orleans Saints game comes to mind. His first win, I believe. Or maybe it's his second. We're down 18, and you have that comeback. How many times would you say Jordan Love willed or found a way to bring his team from a game that they maybe shouldn't have won or didn't expect to win, and they did? Kansas City up there, that was a game where they didn't have to come back to win, but he just – how many times have you had games where you're like, boy, it's going to be tough. I don't know. Can they pull it off? It's less than 5.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton of there are certainly games where he was just
Detroit up there on Thanksgiving.
Couple of Detroit games.
I think Detroit, there's been some times where we're like, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough.
The Dallas playoff game, they weren't expected
he was
to win.
dominant. That was Jesse. You took the words right out of my mouth. There's a couple games where he was just awesome from basically start to finish.
And why I bring Jordan back up in that is because when you're a quarterback, and I've said this, I bet I've probably said this over 1,000 times, whether it's if I'm talking to somebody or this. The biggest attribute a quarterback has, it's not about how great their arm is or how well they move. It's the getting the belief of the other 52 dudes in that locker room. Because in today's sports marketplace, college football, it doesn't matter. You have to find a way to bring people to believe it because so many people are mercurial, however, whatever that word is, where it's just about, I just want to get a check and I want to do it. When you can get those guys to believe that we can get that done, this is a great example. Baltimore Ravens are coming in. I don't know if this is my first or second year. It must have been my second year. And the Ravens were the biggest, baddest bullies on earth. Oh, my God, nobody can run the ball. Nobody can do this. And it was just one of those first times that you really recognize we got Brett Favre, and you could tell all week, Brett, there was something, the belief that we had a plan and we were going to execute it, and it didn't matter because we had him. And that part, we went and kicked the blank out of the Ravens at Lambeau. And those are the times when you start looking at it and say, that's what that quarterback position does. And right now, I do wonder. I think that belief has grown exponentially. But those games where it's simple to think, well, Atlanta's coming to Lambeau. We're going to beat the Falcons. Oh, we're going to beat such and such. When you have the tough road games where there's a lot of doubt outside and inside a locker room, that's where that quarterback makes the difference. And that's where I want Jordan to get.
I'm going to take the break to try and think of other games that I'm missing. Like the Bears come back to tie the game at Lambeau, and then he leads a touchdown drive. Everybody remembers the pick that Keyshawn Nixon has in the end zone to seal it because the defense obviously let him come right back down the field. But it is 21-21, right, in the fourth quarter in that game, and he leads a touchdown drive. I think it maybe ends in a Josh Jacobs touchdown run, so it's not a touchdown pass, but that was clutch. I'm going to try and think of a few more of those. Meanwhile, I don't have time for a getaway right now, although I am going to be off the show for a few days. You don't have to hop on a plane or board a cruise ship to feel like you've escaped. Your next getaway is waiting in Milwaukee at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the stay. The biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee. 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And if you're hungry, you've got so many options, from premium steaks at the Dream Dance Steakhouse to pizza, burritos, and quick bites at the Marketplace. Rockin' Brews, which is my favorite, for both the salmon and a high-energy vibe. The Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company, food and drink specials happening all the time. Elite play, luxury stay, bet on flavor at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
From office lunches to family celebrations, Cousin Subs has the crowd-pleasing catering you need. Choose from customizable party boxes, individual box lunches, fresh-baked cookies, and our classic party chips. Everything you need to satisfy any size group, big or small. Ordering is easy online or on the Cousins app, so you can focus on the fun, not the food. Cousins Subs, we believe in better.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here from MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Your premier Michigan golf getaway includes rounds at Sweetgrass and Sage Run. Book Monday through Wednesday for best availability. Savor elevated dining and unwind at the full-service Drift Spa between rounds. Grab quick bites in the expanded Sage Run Clubhouse, or refresh overlooking the 9th and 18th at Sweetgrass. It's all part of an unforgettable golf experience at Island Resort and Casino. Plan your getaway at islandresortgolf.com.
One great day of golf can change lives. Join us Monday, August 31st for the Salvation Army Milwaukee County's Swing for the Kettle Golf Invitational at Oakwood Park Golf Course in Franklin.
Your participation directly supports food, shelter, and life-changing programs for children and families throughout our community.
We'll be broadcasting live from the course, but the day is really about you, getting golfers and sponsors together to make a difference.
Foursomes, individual golfers, and sponsors are all welcome. Reserve your spot today at samilwaukee.org. That's samilwaukee.org.
Buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction. It's one of life's biggest decisions.
That's why clarity, trust, and the right guidance matter, especially in an ever-changing market.
I'm Tony Wendorf with Tony Wendorf & Associates, powered by Keller Williams.
I'm John Lorenz.
And I'm Taylor Mangini. Our team delivers a white glove experience at every price point, combining expert negotiation, local insight, and genuine care.
Get started today with a team you can trust at wendorfteam.kw.com.
Tony Wendorf & Associates.
Driven by faith, gratitude, and results.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, 855 Pella WI, or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
So since we've spent a good portion of today's program,
Jason, if I may, our good buddy here, Jelly, as he does quite often, had an interesting point. He said something off air, and I said, why would you not say this on air? Because I was asking the question to you, so he was being polite and didn't jump in. And I'm not getting into signature wins, and I'm not that was not the meaning behind the conversation we were having. I think there's just the question mark of, how many big time, I can't believe we got this blank guy. Because I know you remember this, but there was a game down in Dallas, and the Cowboys went down and scored. And Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are still on Fox.
And they said what everybody else thought is they gave old 12 too much time.
Is that the 2017 game where he throws the touchdown to
was.
Devontae?
That was the. I thought it was the playoff game with Jared Cook and the Crosby field goal.
But my point is, it happened more than once.
Right.
But it was kind of like you just were like, don't give that blanking guy the ball. Don't do that. And I don't feel like people, and to Jeremy Fowler, kind of bring this thing all full circle today, because that's what we do. You don't feel that way. I right now don't think. Do you think the Bears don't give him the ball back? I don't know. You'd have to ask the Bears. I don't know the answer. The guys in the locker room, I think they are looking at let's just get the. Is it more about having Micah being Sandman? Because we had we had Clay. Everybody and their mother's like, give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
We had guys saying, don't bring kicks out the end zone. Just give him the time. They were cutting guys because they returned kicks and they fumbled it. But that's the difference. And, again, I don't think it's fair to Jordan to make that comp to Aaron. But when you're talking about this upper echelon, top 10, top 5 guys, Josh Allen, don't give him the ball. And you can say, well, they don't always get it done either. But I just am legit asking that question. And, Jesse, what did you say in my ear that you didn't say for public consumption?
Well, you were asking about unexpected wins and surprising wins and pulling one out. And I said, I think Malik Willis did that more than Jordan Love has.
Jason?
It's a hard thing to dispute.
Sound graph. That's a great sound graph. Well, which games did Malik Willis? Because
the Colts game.
In fairness, though. In fairness
he
to
pulls
Jordan.
out he pulls out the game I'm thinking of is the Jacksonville game where he goes in after Love is injured late in the first half, and he makes an enormous throw to Jaden Reed to convert a third down the field, and it sets up the walk-off field goal to win it by Brandon McManus. That's the play I think of there. The other two games were probably unexpected that they won that season because he was the starter and he had been there for 19 days before the first one.
Expectations matter, but Jesse said that and you're like, it's hard to dispute.
No, look, the Cowboys were the number 2 seed. We all look at that performance and go, God, Jordan Love was star-spangled awesome that day in Dallas, and he was.
There's also a pick six. There's a lot of other stuff that happened in that game.
Right, and nobody necessarily – that was unexpected. Like, even if you thought Mike McCarthy's team wasn't that good, I don't think you expected in his first playoff game for him to waltz down there and play at a high level and for them to basically run the Cowboys out of the building. He was playing really well late in the season.
Yeah, not to blow him out the way they did, but yeah. No, I think that was more of a coin toss type of game. But I guess the question is, and this is what I complained about 2 years ago. How many times did the Packers line up that year we lost to Philly and beat a team that we should have? We beat a bunch of teams we should beat.
Right, 11 and
we
6.
never could beat the good teams that year. And until you kind of start chipping away at that, and that's part of the Micah Parsons, I think, effect coming forward. Because we had some games last year that I think we won that maybe people were, Pittsburgh and et cetera. But that's not what we're looking for. And I guess the question I have is, do we want our quarterback, to go back to Jesse's analogy earlier, do we want him to be Superman and sometimes he's Clark Kent in that dump where he's fighting himself? Or do we want somebody that we just know what we got every blank and timeout and that consistency can get us where we want to go? We've had Superman / Clark Kent for a long time. I'm not sure that's what Jordan Love's going to be.
And to be fair to Jordan Love,
I don't know who he would be then in that Superman movie. Then I don't know the other characters. Who was the steady Eddie? Like, I guess maybe the editor at the Daily Planet?
Lois?
Maybe Lois? I don't know. I gotta immerse myself in that culture. I don't remember that.
Was this not what was being discussed about Aaron Rodgers the first several years he was the starter? Especially
I was in it, so I can't tell you what the narratives were. I don't think it was winning a playoff game. We'd lost one.
No, but we had this whole thing. I mean, obviously they win the Super Bowl. You win the Super Bowl in his third year as the starter. But like those first 2 years, the big knock on him was, he doesn't have enough fourth quarter comebacks. There was a guy, Scott Kazmar, I think his name was. He worked for Pro Football Reference or Football Outsiders. It was just all about the not good enough. Never good enough. Not enough comebacks. And that first year when you were protecting him in 2008, that was also the year where you guys had a bunch of fourth quarter comebacks, and then the defense gave it back.
Didn't win games, yep.
The comeback wins, according to Pro Football Reference and Scott Kazmar, I got the name right, he had 2 in his first year as the starter and 2 in his second year, and there's only 1 that he was credited with when you won the Super Bowl. And it makes me pause and say, like, Jordan Love was great in that Pittsburgh game when he had both Tucker Kraft and Christian Watson. Mm-hmm. He didn't have to come back. I went and looked, and we mentioned the Thanksgiving game. I don't know if you remember this, but the Packers had a 24-14 lead. Then the Lions get a touchdown, and then the Packers go down and get that second touchdown pass to Wicks to make it 31-21 with 1:44 left in the third quarter. The only scoring after that is a field goal by Jake Bates with 2:59 to go. Now, does Love hit the big fourth down pass to Wicks to seal the game? Absolutely. But he's not going to get a fourth quarter comeback for that. They weren't losing.
No, it's not. But we gave him a point for that if we're keeping score for games that were, I don't know, going to be tough.
Right.
It's not.
But
I don't necessarily care as much about
that a signature win for him?
Yeah, for sure that was a signature win for him. That I think I'm questioning more. Game didn't go well. We were behind, and he kind of wills you to a victory. How many will games has he had?
Yeah, I
New Orleans Saints.
Other than that New Orleans game in which he did not play well, I don't think there's
a ton. And
Jason,
sometimes that's what you're looking for. I think.
Right, I get it.
You're always lecturing your daughters about resiliency and getting up off the mat and all of those things, and that's the question. It's like sports are super easy when things are going great, and people are telling you. You got sports writers telling you how great you are, and all like that. That's easy. It's when people doubt you and you doubt yourself and you find a way to come back and do it. And I do wonder how many times as fans have we had a lot of doubt that was completely misguided when it comes to Jordan Love-led football teams. Because it's kind of played out to, I hate to keep giving Jesse attaboys, but it's kind of played out the way it's supposed to. Like, everything is kind of, if it's on track, fine. But if it's not, have we been able to reverse course and make some headway going forward? And I don't know how many times we have. Like, if it's boom, boom, stop, get gas, get forward, we're going to be going again. Okay. How many times has it been, we got a flat, got to get that fixed. Oh, we got this, got to get that fixed. And then you're moving forward again. How many times have we done that under Jordan's administration?
I think the game that I am going to use was during that 2024 season, and it was probably their best win, given what Houston ended up being. They're at Lambeau Field. This is, again, not a game that probably springs to mind, right? But they trailed, I think, 19-14 at halftime. And they take the lead 21-19 about midway through the third quarter, and then they're down 22-21, and he's got to direct in the last minute 44 the go-ahead field goal drive, and he does direct it. Now, he threw 2 picks in that game. He also threw 3 touchdown passes in that game. So that might fit the bill for what you're looking for, but they are few and far between at this point. How many times
for as many wins and for now a good enough sample size, I'd hope there'd been more of those. There's been more gut punch disappointments than there and listen, that happens in sports. I've said that's the way sports are. How many times has it been the other way? And it's been pretty limited. And that's why because Jordan's stats and his progression and how he's improved, those have all been. I think I really I've liked seeing that pattern. This is that next step. This is your year 4. Let's find some, and we could look at the schedule. And Jelly, when you get a second, fire the schedule up on the thing. There's going to be some games. The Cowboys game last year, Cleveland, Denver. There's going to be some games on this schedule this year. It might be the Shine On Sports game, where maybe it's ugly. Should we lose to the Jets? Absolutely we shouldn't. But it might be one of those games where we just had an emotional win up in Minnesota, and guys are like, maybe a couple guys got hurt, and you're tired. It's a noon game. It's the third quarter, and we're down 6 because we've played like junk, and we end up coming out of it and win that game. It could be one of those. It could be any of these. But Carolina at home last year, that would want to been find a way to get it done. Mm-hmm. And at the time, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But then that adds up, and instead of being your division winner and having a bye or not having to play or being able to play at home, you have to end up going on the road, and you end up losing a game you shouldn't because you lost that game against Carolina and against Cleveland that you shouldn't because you gut out. We need more gut-out wins.
Sounds like a sound clip to me. Tausch, before we get to Wonelli, you need to tell us about UW Credit Union.
I am a proud member of the UW Credit Union, and for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. They're going to help you reach your financial goals. UW Credit Union has that great mobile app that I've been talking about. Simple way to check accounts, make transfers, and more. It is a smart play from the pocket. Join today at uwcu.org. Insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
Wonelli is next. It's Wilde Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. When it comes to a home mortgage, we understand you want a simple, stress-free process, great service, and a loan you can feel good about. And for 90 years, that's exactly how we've been doing things at Great Midwest Bank. So if you're thinking about buying, building, renovating, or refinancing, get started at greatmidwestbank.com to find a knowledgeable loan officer and get the peace of mind you deserve. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of 5-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling. Trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Loziga. Every morning, I talk about traffic backups and slowdowns around Milwaukee. At Sewer Ninjas, they help homeowners avoid a different kind of backup, a sewer backup. Sewer Ninjas is a Wisconsin family-owned company specializing in sewer camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs that can often be completed without tearing up your yard. Their goal is simple: find problems early and help homeowners avoid costly surprises. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. That's sewerninjas.com.
It's a winning explosion at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. This July, Winplosion rockets in, bursting with $300,000 in cash and reward play. For your shot at winning, just play with your rewards card. Then join us for the Thursday night prize drawings. Plus, every Winplosion entry also counts toward the big WinFest Grand Finale in September. It's Winplosion. Big bang, big bucks. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
How much time have you spent searching your garage for a tool or a piece of equipment that you know is in there somewhere? Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe & Chewy. Closets by Design helps homeowners transform cluttered garages with custom cabinets, wall storage systems, and flooring solutions built around the way you live. I love what they did with my closet, and now I understand why so many homeowners trust them with their garages too. Right now, you can get 40% off and ask them about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
The YouTube comments are still debating the Jordan Love, Caleb Williams conversation, which I love because again, this is exactly what I envisioned, a little more douchiness than I was ready for, when I suggested how fun it would be if both these guys were good, which they are. And we'll see who ends up being the better quarterback, but it is definitely a point of contention among the fan bases. Time now for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde and Tausch.
Big Milwaukee Bucks news over the weekend.
Yeah,
what?
I heard that.
The Milwaukee Bucks returning to local TV. Over-the-air television.
Will that be statewide?
There will be statewide affiliates available.
Yes.
That'll be announced coming. But yes, Milwaukee Bucks games will be available on over-the-air television on My 24 in Milwaukee, returning to their roots where they used to air when I was a kid, when a lot of us were younger fans cheering on the Bucks, the purple and green, Ray Allen, the good old days on My 24.
Well, who's going to win it?
The Bucks. The Bucks. I think you don't see very often Universal on social media. You don't usually see Universal. Awesome idea. Everybody, the Bucks put that tweet out. Every comment felt like, this is awesome. This is smart. This was great. Now, how you go about doing that moving forward, I think it's a fantastic idea, especially with the fact that whatever those other networks were called kind of... I think this is great, and in a time when you're going to be looking to garner positivity amongst your fan base, very smart move by the Milwaukee Bucks.
I agree. I thought you were going to say that Bam Adebayo punched Tyler Hero in Vegas.
There was that whole thing.
Whoa, Nelly! This is much more positive.
Well, and then Tyler Hero's talking over the weekend.
I didn't like Tyler Hero's commentary.
I didn't have a problem with it.
I mean,
I thought people were overreacting. I think people just don't want to like him.
Why don't they want to like him?
Because he snubbed Wisconsin and kind of laughed about it now in this interview he did in Summerley or whenever he was. Like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. Like, he went to Kentucky. He wouldn't be where he is now if he didn't go to Kentucky. I didn't think he said anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just if you want to play the PR game, I guess.
I didn't
you're
like
not
it.
doing
Yeah, the PR
best.
game wasn't great, but I think there was a lot of questions what's going to happen with Tyler Hero. I think there still is because there's going to be decisions. I think he's only got 1 year left on his deal, right?
I think that's right. Yeah, he appeared to be a trade candidate when they acquired him.
So we shall see. What is the old Elliot Wolf, you can't come home again? He's coming home. We'll see how that goes.
So the quote that Jesse and Tausch are referring to, he was on NBA League Pass. I don't know if this was before or after he got punched by Bam.
It would have been after he got punched by Bam.
That's what I thought, yes. I just wanted to say Bam and punched in the same sentence. Why did you decommit from Wisconsin? His answer, while chuckling, just look at it like if I didn't decommit, I most likely wouldn't be playing on the Bucks right now. So it's just a business decision, and let's leave it in the past.
Let's leave it in the past. I agree.
Do we really believe that? Like, if you're a good player, you're telling me that if you'd played at Wisconsin, you wouldn't be in the NBA now?
Well, Sam Decker and Frank Kaminsky made the NBA.
Well, what's Johnny Davis up to?
He made the NBA. It's what do you do once you get there, though? Like, I think all those guys you just mentioned were all first-round picks.
Yeah, I don't want to jump into this negativity. I want to give Tyler Hero a shot. I was not happy with how it all played out, and I am not one of these guys like, you have to stay here, even though that's...
I understand.
I am not. I am going to stay positive and hope Tyler Hero comes in. I think he's a really good player, and I think it'd be a great story if he came and was successful. I'm not going to hold everything against him. It's a new era for Bucks basketball. It's now on free TV.
My 24.
I'm on board. I am not going to delve into the negativity, at least not yet, not till we lose a couple games and he stinks.
Whoa, Nelly! He was the 13th overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft. I don't blame him for not wanting to get into that. I would just say that I'm not sure what the reason would be that if you'd have gone to Wisconsin and been one and done, you wouldn't have ended up in the NBA.
Well, Jason, if we're being fair, John Calipari and the Kentucky Wildcats have put a lot of guys in a lot of NBA situations. The Wisconsin Badgers, it's been more about team and trying to win and do it this way. So if you take your Wisconsin bias hat off, I see where Tyler Hero's coming from. I don't have to agree with it, but I see his main point, and his main point is he's there. And his path that he took was the right path for him, even though I don't like it. We can complain and say, well, that's what the reality is right there.
No, I think if you remember when this happened.
Off? No, I'm telling you, we're due for a break.
Oh.
This is the signal I give when we say it's time for break.
You want to get into that game, I'll flip you off. I'm fine with that.
This is not flipping you off at all.
That's not what you did. But we do need to go to break, and I appreciate you.
We didn't, if I recall correctly, I don't think we harshly criticized him, by the way, when he decommitted.
I was upset about it.
We both said.
No, I was irritated about it.
Yeah, well.
And
we need to get to break because Jesse's giving him the finger.
I didn't love the fact that he made a big spectacle about it. Like, you want to not come to Wisconsin? All right, great. Like, the Knipples. Would I love for them to play with Guy? Absolutely I would. But, hey, it is what it is. And old boy's doing pretty good. You can do pretty well here, too. Come on in, Cager. Let's come on in.
We'll wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Baseball.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest, Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks in a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, by UW Credit Union, and by Events by Design.
Ready for a weekend you won't forget? Get to the Brewers Series against the Rockies Friday, July 24th through Sunday the 26th. There's a game for every fan. See a Brewers post-game Alumni Legends game on Friday. Then collect a Brewers Guess Who giveaway Saturday night, courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Looking for an unbeatable family day? Join the crew Sunday when the first 5,000 kids get a local artist t-shirt giveaway designed by Unfinished Legacy. Get tickets at brewers.com.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
Everybody around the NBA knew you had to trade Jaylen Brown because in the coming weeks, he was eligible for a 2-year, $145 million extension that you weren't going to give him. Everybody knew that that was your shot clock, and they knew that it would be an untenable situation if you held on to him. The value would continue to plummet because it would become increasingly clear that you don't want him around. The minute he becomes eligible for that extension and you don't give it to him, that is a distressed asset. And all of a sudden now, you're getting pennies on the dollar. Hell, you already took pennies on the dollar. So Brad Stevens and the Boston Celtics say, yeah, we wanted optionality. No. That is the default. That is the silver lining in what otherwise is one of the most infamous trades that we've seen this decade in the association.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087. 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087 or simply visit TRA.com.
Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonade Plus Vodka is your go-to drink this golf season. It's light, refreshing, made with real vodka and zero bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. This spring, look out for the brand new half and half variety pack featuring flavors like raspberry iced tea and lemonade and blackberry iced tea and lemonade. No bubbles, no troubles. Cheers to hitting the fairway and cheers to Surfside. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
I think he's got the potential to be great. I think he could be that caliber of a guy. Consistency is what gets you there, though. And you got to go do it. And you got to attack every offseason as if like this is the last year of your career and you know, there's no looking back. What he needs to do is probably lean into the fundamentals a little bit more. You know, I know for me, when I was watching Brett Favre, one of the things that Mike Holmgren and Andy Reid would say is like, hey, listen, we don't want you to have his fundamentals. We want you to have the other things that he does, but we don't want you to have his fundamentals. And so there's a fine line between like cutting it loose and playing free and playing sloppy.
That is Matt Hasselbeck from last week. God, he was good. Jordan Love leaning into the fundamentals this year. If he does, what does this season look like?
Good stuff. Be good stuff.
That's it for us today. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We'll be live from the ESPN Milwaukee Delzer Open tomorrow at the Bog. So be ready for that. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. And when we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 665 Larry Court in Waukesha. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the